Every Thursday night, catch the stars of the Ontario Hockey League right here on your TV. It's the OHL Game of the Week with action from across the league. Thursdays at 7. Your TV, only on Cogeco.
Welcome to Oxio, the place where the internet truly gets you. Like how sometimes you just have to search down every rabbit hole. That you want to stream your shows, not pesky loading symbols. Or scroll to your heart's content, because culture now runs at the speed of your feed. Our internet was made to flex, to fit your online world. So if you're ready for an internet provider that finally feels like home, swing on by. We'll keep the door open. Oxio, born to be online.
Missed his pass, but Tavares keeps it going, and it's John Tavares behind the net. Coming out in front, John scores! John Tavares! They finally come lightning in a bottle!
Welcome back to Peterborough and the Connor McDavid OHL Top Prospects game here at the Peterborough Memorial Center. Our pregame shows the Western Conference is getting set to take on the Eastern Conference. Dan Malta from Your TV, Nick Smith from NHL Central Scouting. Really looking forward to when this game does get started here. Last year it was a ton of fun in Brantford. Next year I'm sure it'll be fun in Owen Sound. But we should have a good one here in Peterborough as these players try and make an impact. Nick, some B-rated players that we're going to take a look at here. Firstly, tell the people watching what B-rated stands for. What does that mean?
Yeah, so B-rated means potential second, third round pick. Obviously A's first round, B second, third, and then C is 4 or 5, and away we go, yeah.
And then W.
Oh, sorry, yeah, you're right. W is a potential 6, 7 pick. Yeah.
All right, let's take a look at the list here of the B-rated players. We're just going to roll right through this for the Western Conference. A handful of them here. Igor Barabanov from Saginaw, Pierce Bowie from Owen Sound, Colin Fitzgerald, the Otonabee, the Peterborough native from the Sioux, Zachary Jovanovski, the goalie from the Guelph Storm, Brady Wasselin, traded from Niagara to London this season, Cole Zarowski from Owen Sound, Lucas Ambrosio from Erie, Beckham Edwards from the Sarnia Sting, and Jackson Culver from London. And we'll keep on rolling through. A couple more from the Western Conference. Alexander Bilecki from Kitchener, and out is Carter Stevens from Guelph due to injury. On the Eastern Conference roster, Ryder Cali from North Bay, Ryan Robrick from Niagara, Vladimir Drevecki from Brantford, Thomas Vandenberg from Ottawa, and out is Aidan O'Donnell from the Oshawa Generals due to injury. There's one name on there wearing number 17 from North Bay that you believe can make a jump in the second half of the OHL season, Nick.
Yeah, Ryder Cali. He missed a big chunk of the first half with an injury, but he's kind of in his own on his own island with his size and the way he skates down the middle. He plays kind of an older style that, you know, he goes through traffic. He's got a heavy stick, plays a heavy game, finishes checks. He's got a really nice release, and he's got all the sense and compete to go with it. So he's be looking for him for sure in the second half.
And talking to Ryder Cali yesterday, he mentioned that his mom played NCAA hockey and then spent 7 seasons playing pro hockey in Switzerland, and that is who taught him the game. He still talks to his mom about the game all the time, says he could now beat her in one-on-one. And that changed around the age of 14, but he credits his mom with teaching him the game he knows and loves. So really interesting there. Usually you hear the opposite of that, but Ryder Cali, a great player for the North Bay Battalion so far this season. And let's take a quick look at the goaltenders that we've got. They're going to be on the ice tonight. I'm not sure if they'll rotate between them. I believe they'll probably split it around right down the middle.
That's what I would think, yeah.
So Zachary Jovanovski from the Guelph Storm, 31 games this season, a record of 16-11-1-2, representing the Western Conference. Stephen Shurigan from the Saginaw Spirit, 35 games. Heavy workloads for those two guys, a record of 14-14-2-4. And then the Ottawa 67s, Ryder Fedorov, that team, they just don't let goals in the net. Ryder Fedorov, a big part of that. 24 games played this season. 1.98 goals against average, 926 save percentage. That really just doesn't happen in any hockey league. And then Matthew Minchak, also in the OHL's East Division, representing the Kingston Frontenacs, 21 games this season, 2.38 goals against average, and 925 save percentage, 991-1 record. Yeah, the Ottawa 67s, when you've seen them this season, that style of play where they just shut teams down, what is it that they're doing so well?
You know what? They're playing together. They're always a good team to watch. I really like the way they play. And you say shut teams down, they do, but they also play a really good puck possession game. They move the puck. They support each other. They play a little bit into that 5-man offense. That's that generates a lot of scoring chances. So they're a skilled team. They play well.
So from your experience with top prospects games, the first, second, and third period, do they have different rhythms to them? Is the first period oftentimes a feeling out process, the second an escalation, and the third what a hockey game should look like?
I just took the words out of my mouth. Yeah, it's hopefully you're going to see a little physicality to start. Some clean hits to get guys going, and I'm sure they'll start moving that little black puck around and making some plays.
And then talent will take over at that stage. And did you catch any of the U16 action at Miskin Law Arena this week as well?
I did not.
Okay.
I did not, unfortunately. I watched the Goalie prospects game last night. It was a great game. Really, really fast. They put on a good show for the scouts there and the fans there. So
what does that partnership mean for the Ontario Hockey League, or what do you think that means for player development specifically? Guys getting a chance to dominate maybe for one more year.
100%. It's even with the new rules now, it's given players a longer runway, and it gives you that extra cushion to kind of mature and start playing your best hockey. So it's not like when I was growing up, if you missed your draft year, you had to do something pretty spectacular to get recognized again.
So people see the scouts at every arena wearing the black jackets, sitting in the corner, eating the food and talking to nobody.
Eating the food, yeah.
That's a big part of it. And you guys got a nice media, or pardon me, a nice scout meal today in the PMC, so that was nice. The media got in on that as well, so that was great. But what are you looking at when you're watching a hockey game? Because I think anybody can say, Adam Novotny's good at hockey, right? Yeah. Anybody can do that, but what are the details that go into scouting players at the OHL level?
Well, honestly, the details, that's why a lot of the scouts, you'd be surprised how early they get here. They're a couple hours early, going over their notes, going over stats, putting, a lot of your work's not done, but it's in the prep, right? And knowing the players, and you got to look at, people just think you watch players score goals, but for me, I love habits. I was a kind of a role player when I played, so I had to back check and I had to get in shooting lanes and try and win face-offs and stuff like that. So, I like watching that part of the game as well, and see who can do it and see who's willing to do it.
What are the differences in scouting now, where I think if we flash back 20 years, a certain frame might remove you from the conversation? Maybe a guy, Leon Kolarek, small frame, might not be in that conversation 10, 20 years ago, but now guys that are smaller can get recognized, and there might be a role in the top level of hockey for them.
No, for sure. You gotta have one thing that's gonna propel you ahead of everybody else, whether it's you're a natural goal scorer, you're really physical, or size is its own animal as well, or you got to be able to, teams are looking for playoff guys, right? Guys that can get in the trenches and play. So.
All right. Well, Nick, thank you so much for all that insight. You'll now be able to just sit back and work for the rest of the game. But that's okay. Great insight. Loved every second of that. Thank you so much for joining us. The game is coming up next, but first of all, we're going to go to the Peterborough Pete's GM and head coach Rob Wilson addressing Team East in the Pete's locker room.
Good morning, everybody. My name's Mike Oak. I'm the General Manager and Vice President of Operations for the Peterborough Pete's, and I'll be working with Team East over the next couple of days. First off, I want to congratulate everybody on being selected to the OHL Top Prospects game. You guys have all had good seasons. You've been recognized by those in the NHL scouting community. So congratulations on being selected to be part of Team East.
Obviously congratulations, and junior hockey goes by fast, so just enjoy these moments. You know, obviously you're really good players, and that's why you've been selected. I want you to be as comfortable as possible when you're going out there, when you're playing, and just enjoy it. Have fun. Enjoy these. You guys have earned it, so enjoy these 2 days and have a lot of fun with it, and try not to put too much pressure on yourself. It's one hockey game. It's one hockey game. There'll be eyes on you all year, and like I said, enjoy it.
Hi, my name is Matt Ferraro.
And I'm Kurt Jory.
We're both former goaltenders, and although we didn't learn how to stop enough pucks, we each learned valuable lessons along the way.
Although we can't predict what will happen throughout your career, we can minimize some of the major financial risks through thoughtful planning.
What makes Cogeco so different?
11,000 kilometers of fiber optic cable.
Lit stitch is so easy. Just loop it around.
And we're right around the corner for you.
So I get to talk to someone who gets me.
And we're talking 100% local support on a world-class network. That's how we roll.
Cogeco, your local connection.
The Ontario Hockey League, more than just a game.
Schaefer sprung loose and he scored!
On the ice, the OHL is the #1 provider of talent to the National Hockey League, developing the game's next stars. Off the ice, giving back matters. Since 2010, OHL teams have invested over $41 million in scholarships and raised nearly $8 million annually for charities in minor hockey, shaping futures beyond the rink. Excellence on the ice, opportunity beyond it. The Ontario Hockey League, where the journey begins.
We are Your TV, home of Hockey Day in the OHL. Your TV, exclusively on Cogeco.
The following is a Your TV sports presentation.
The OHL Top Prospects game has taken Peterborough arenas by storm this week, all leading to the culmination tonight. Team West takes on Team East next on the OHL Tonight. Hello everyone and welcome to Peterborough, Ontario and the Peterborough Memorial Centre as we get set for the 2026 OHL Connor McDavid Top Prospects game. It will be the Western Conference taking on the Eastern Conference. I'm Dan Maltha. Thank you so much for joining us. Pete Dalladay and Scott Arnold will be joining us from the broadcast booth momentarily. They'll then take us through to the action. This has been a full week of activities here in Peterborough. A U16 All-Star game going on, our Top Prospects game going on just down the street at Miskin Law Arena. A GOHL Top Prospects game going on there as well. We'll now get to Pete and Scott, who will quickly take us through to the player introductions. Take it away, guys.
All right, thank you, Dan. Yes, we're going to go straight to PA announcer, longtime public address announcer here in Peterborough, Gord Gibb.
Number 14, Callum Cruskery.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing Team East. Beginning with the hockey operations staff representing the Peterborough Petes. General Manager Michael Oak. Head Coach Rob Wilson. Associate Coach Andrew Berner. Associate Coach Patrick O'Connor. Assistant Coach Nate Oak. Head Trainer and Equipment Manager Brian Miller. And Athletic Therapist Natasha Legacy. And scratched from the game for Team East, from Cole Harbour, Nova Scotia, and the Oshawa Generals, Aidan O'Donnell. And now, our playing roster this evening. From Zwickly, Pennsylvania, and the Ottawa 67's number 1, Ryder Fedorov. From Clifton Park, New York, and the Oshawa Generals, number 3, Brady Bernay. From Whitby, Ontario, and the Barrie Colts, number 6, Justin Hanser. From Pleasant, Czechia, and the Niagara Ice Dogs, number 8, Ben Reisnecker. From Embrun, Ontario, and your Peterborough Petes, number 10, Adam Levac. From Brighton, Michigan, and the Oshawa Generals, number 11, Brooks Rogowski. From Vienna, Austria, and your Peterborough Petes, number 12, Leon Kolarek. From Moscovice, Czechia, and the Ottawa 67's, number 13, Andre Rummel. From Kobylis, Czechia, and your Peterborough Petes, number 16, Adam Novotny. From Panataguishene, Ontario, and the North Bay Battalion, number 17, Ryder Kelly. From London, Ontario, and the Niagara Ice Dogs, number 25, Brian Rubrick. From Alliston, Ontario, and the Brampton Steelheads, number 26, Nathan Amadowski. From Toronto, Ontario, and the Brantford Bulldogs, number 27, Caleb Malhotra. From Trinec, Czechia, and the Brantford Bulldogs, number 29, Vladimir Dravetsky. From Nepean, Ontario, and the Ottawa 67's, number 37, Thomas Vandenberg. From Brantford, New Jersey, and the Kingston Frontenacs, number 76, Matthew Minchak. From Wellesley, Ontario, and the Sudbury Wolves, number 77, Rowan Henderson. From Pleasantville, New York, and the Barrie Colts, number 79, Joe Salandra. From Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and the Oshawa Generals, number 86, Leo Lechon. And from Bratislava, Slovakia, and the Brampton Steelheads, number 97, Matej Stankoven. Ladies and gentlemen, your roster for Team East. Ladies and gentlemen, if I could have your attention, the OHL community is mourning the loss of longtime Commissioner Mr. David Branch, who passed away on January the 4th at the age of 77. His leadership of the OHL spanned 45 seasons, and his accomplishments and contributions to both the league and also the game of hockey are too numerous to list. Considered one of the great builders in hockey history, David was an advocate for the players first and foremost, and it gave him great pleasure to see young players pursue their goals. He was a pioneer in prioritizing player welfare, championing initiatives that addressed players' safety, mental health support, and educational advancement. His dedicated service to the OHL and his community will be greatly missed. David is survived by his sons Barclay, Kyle, and Wade, their mother Charlene, his partner Patsy, his stepchildren Brent and Brenna, as well as his grandchildren. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are able, please rise as we observe a moment of silence in remembrance and respect for David Branch. Thank you. He will be missed. Ladies and gentlemen, now please direct your attention to center ice as we introduce to you some of our special guests for tonight's opening ceremony. Enbridge Gas continues to be a proud supporter of the OHL and is teaming up with the league to bring you savings all season long. First, representing the city of Peterborough, His Worship the Mayor, Jeff Leal. From the Ontario Hockey League, Commissioner Brian Crawford. Representing the Peterborough Petes, General Manager and Vice President of Operations, Michael Oak. And finally, representing our game sponsor, Mike Gladstone, Vice President, Public Affairs and Communications for Enbridge Gas. Welcome to all our guests this evening. And now, if we could, we invite Alessandro Diorio from Team West and Adam Novotny from Team East to center ice for our ceremonial puck drop this evening. Gentlemen. There it is, the Kodak moment. Nicely done. Once again, welcome to our special guests tonight.
So that puck drops gets us a little closer to the real puck drop. Coming up next, it's the Connor McDavid OHL Top Prospects game from Peterborough, right here on your TV.
Hi, my name is Matt Ferraro.
And I'm Kurt Jory.
We're both former goaltenders, and although we didn't learn how to stop enough pucks, we each learned valuable lessons along the way.
Although we can't predict what will happen throughout your career, we can minimize some of the major financial risks through thoughtful planning.
If it happens on the ice, it happens on your TV. The crew, the calls, the cameras, and the cables, we're the ones bringing you the action at home. We are the OHL tonight. We are your TV, and the OHL lives here.
Watch your TV on the go. Cogeco customers can now enjoy local programming online. Simply log into your Cogeco account on cogeco.ca. Click on Your TV and start streaming. Your TV is truly local, exclusively on Cogeco.
Tavares keeps it going, and it's John Tavares behind the net. Coming out in front. John Tavares! They finally caught lightning in a bottle.
Welcome to Oxio, the place where the internet truly gets you. Like how sometimes you just have to search down every rabbit hole. That you want to stream your shows, not pesky loading symbols. Or scroll to your heart's content, because culture now runs at the speed of your feed. Our internet was made to flex, to fit your online world. So if you're ready for an internet provider that finally feels like home, swing on by. We'll keep the door open. Oxio, born to be online.
Every Thursday night, catch the stars of the Ontario Hockey League right here on your TV. It's the OHL Game of the Week with action from across the league. Thursdays at 7. Your TV, only on Cogeco.
Welcome back inside the Peterborough Memorial Center. Time to take a look at tonight's starting goaltenders. At Zachary Jovanovski between the pipes here tonight. He was just here in Peterborough Saturday where he helped Guelph pick up a point in a shootout loss. He was sensational in that game. He's going to be your starter here for Team West to our right. And at the north end of the Peterborough Memorial Center, there he is, and a member of the Kingston Frontenacs, Matthew Minchak, getting the start here. Building he's played in several times. Never started at that end, though. He's usually at the other end, but gets the start at the north end wearing number 76. So a good matchup here, Scott, to start between the pipes tonight.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing it. As Dan mentioned, I'm sure they'll switch up the goalies about halfway through, but Zach Jovanovski, as you mentioned, we just saw. Hayden Verbeek, David Alford, and then on the lines, Gay Jarg with Owen Robertson.
All right, so it's Team East in blue, Team West in white, and it's showtime here in the Liftlock City. We're underway here at the Memorial Center, and the East will win the draw. The puck moved in by Hanser. He'll get it in deep, and the West back to get it, but they can't get it out. Quick shot and a save. Jovanovski right there, tested early, just 12 seconds in, making the first save of the game. The puck chipped in deep here by Team West, and they're on the forecheck. Belchez down in the far corner in front of a full house here at the PMC. Team East gets the puck in deep, and back to get it here is going to be Chase Reed. Reed with a pass ahead, and here comes the West as they make their way inside the East zone here. Kostov coming in, shot, in the first save of the game for Minchak. He scoops it up with a trapper, so both goalies with a save early here so far.
Minchak, a big body in net. There's a look at the West side. Talked about this before, how dialed in they were at the practice, and the man in the middle, Oxio Hokus, he was all business, putting them through the paces yesterday at Miskin Law.
All business for sure. They want to win. As a coaching staff, it's been a busy week for them. They have this. They got their own team sort of to worry about as well. Zoo with a shot from the left point. That goes wide. Picked up and taken right here by Croskery. Just inside the blue line of the East. And the puck will be taken in the far corner. Picked up here by the East. Comes into the near side. Team East versus Team West here. Second Connor McDavid Prospects game. Next year it's heading to Owen Sound as icing will be called. I think no, it's going to get waved off. A good hustle. Here's a chance. Galley looking forward and loose puck. Taken here by the West. Goes in behind their own goal. They have a bit more time and space on the far side, and they'll chip it off the boards in out. Comes back towards the East zone. They'll make a quick change. Henderson will play it. Goes to the far side. Too many men just for half a second there, but play continues, and the puck will be played here in the near corner by the West. And a couple East players actually colliding, and the puck comes over to the far side. Pinching in was Singh. He was just here Saturday as well. Logged a lot of minutes on the back end for Corey Stoneman's Guelph Storm here. And he's going to pick up the loose puck here in his own zone. Moves it quickly ahead to Wasselin. And Wasselin will make his way in. Got hit pretty good there. Good little solid check by Reisnecker. And it's played here by the East. Through the neutral zone with speed coming down the zone. Shot coming. And that goes up and out of play. As Malhotra, as we saw, not too long ago, getting a chance there. Vandenberg with some speed down that side. There's Rob Wilson and crew.
Yeah, they had a great practice yesterday, too. It was just not as intense. He had some fun. He put them through the paces, got the lines going a little bit, but ended with a nice, fun shootout. The guys were smiling, having a good time, and then, yeah, when that West came on, it just was a whole different world on that ice, Pete.
Kravetsky gets the puck in deep, and they'll play it along the near boards. The East will. Scoreless game, just nicely underway here. As the puck will be played here by Cover. Cover tries to get it in a little deeper, gets it towards the goal. Trying to get a stick on that one was Gallagher. Gallagher was heading towards the net, couldn't catch up to it. Now Cover with a shot, that is blocked. Getting in front of that one was Hanser. And a battle for it along the end boards here, as the fans look on from in behind here. Puck comes back to the left point. Quick shot by Reed. Stick save by Minchak. And the West will keep it in. But now poked out here. Here comes Team East. Vandenberg coming in, shooting. Off his back foot, ends up in the far corner, going off the glass, and picking it up here is Bilecki. Alexander Bilecki of the Kitchener Rangers. Out towards center. Cover chasing after it. Cover did his best to get it back, but now here comes the East down the other way. Rogowski coming in. Rogowski tries to throw it out in front. Started the season at 6'6", but as we heard, Scotty, he's now 6'7". Here's a steal. Rogowski with a chance there. The rink he's very familiar with here. Here's a chance out in front, and Jovanovski with the save. West coming up the other way. Belchez making his way in, trying to work around Murnane. Brady Murnane from the Oshawa Generals. Sent around the far boards. Crossery looks to the point. Goes off an East stick, but it's kept in at the blue line. Moved in a little deeper right there by Belchez. Into the far corner. Alex Costa from Flint trying to keep it in. Game a little quiet here, but we'll see. A big hit will change that, Scott, I would think, or something going on. But the local crowd just kind of easing their way into things at this point.
Yeah. Play of the game so far, though, from Zach Jovanovski. That nice save as we take a look at the coaching staff. Mike McKenzie, general manager. These are all from the Kitchener Rangers, just like the East is all Peterborough Petes, which we'll see in a minute. But, yeah, they were... I know that UC Ahokas came to North America just to start coaching. Kitchener was his first coaching job in North America, and I'm sure we'll see him in the big show in a few years or sooner.
Loose puck side of the goal on the far side, kept in here by Team West. Klepoff will move it ahead. He'll get it. And it's shot in deep here. Team East picking it up, lifting it up and out. Both teams have 2 shots apiece, so that's all so far. Both goalies making a couple saves. Nice little move there in between the legs. Klepoff back here to the high slot. Shot coming from Ambrosio. Went off the glass. And the East will pick it up, and here they come. Through the neutral zone, making their way up and over the line. Levac had to stretch to stay on side. He does. And here's Levac looking for his buddy Adam Novotny. He was out in front. Novotny to Levac. Back to the point. Little fake shot, and a shot goes wide on the Trappers' side. And here's Novotny with a shot, and that is stopped by Jovanovski and cleared right on goal. Icing it will be waved off, and back to play it here is Reisnecker. He's got a little time here to look to his left, finds an open man, it's pushed ahead. Novotny gets it a little deeper here for Team East. Levac stays out there looking to steal it here in the corner, and Ambrosio sends it over to the far side, and the West will start from there. Here's a steal out in the slot. Novotny shoots. Oh, and a great chance. The Peterborough Pete. Here's Levac. He centered it. Nobody out in the slot this time, and Colin Fitzgerald will play it. The former Peterborough Pete. Fitzgerald going for a skate down the right side. Fitzgerald looking, has it in behind the goal. Now he skates it all the way to the corner, back to the left point. Bilecki sends it to the right side. West pressing here on the backhand, just wide of the goal. A good chance now. It's Fitzgerald again. Colin Fitzgerald turning, keeping it in deep, gets the puck right there. Zarowski in the corner. He heads to the slot, drops it back, just keeping it in here. Nice play there by Bilecki. He'll get it into the far corner. Fitzgerald opens up, looking for the feed, goes in behind the net, and it's chipped into the near corner. And it's going to be played here along the corner boards again. Good puck movement here by Team West. Wasserlin just inside the blue line. Out in the slot, tipped right on goal, and Minchak does not take any chances there. He knew his team needed a whistle. He got it. We'll take a break. 13:36 to go. We're scoreless here. It's West versus East here in Peterborough.
Tavares keeps it going, and it's John Tavares behind the net. Coming out in front. John Tavares! They finally got
We are Your TV, home of Hockey Day in the OHL. Your TV, exclusively on Cogeco.
Hey, we want to thank our friends at Mr. Sub here in Peterborough, longtime sponsors and feeding OHL players for years and years. So many players, not just the hometown players, but guys from Peterborough that come back. They always stop in to Mr. Sub. If you want to get in on tonight's 50-50 draw, hey, you can play along. Just scan that QR code or go to PetesFiftyFifty.com and good luck. Jackpot is at $3,375 if you're wondering. Here comes Team East. It's Henderson. Henderson shoots right on goal, and a save by Zachary Jovanovski. He makes save number 4 on the night.
I talked about Rowan Henderson at the top of the broadcast, winning that shootout for Team East. They did an elimination shootout. If you didn't score, you went to the bench. If you scored, you stayed on the ice, and the last goal scorer won, and Rowan Henderson almost gets the scoring going. He's the one who won that shootout last night, and you could see a great shot as he was coming in, joining the play.
A good opportunity there. There he's hard on the forecheck, comes around to the far side. It's going to be played by Croskery from Sault Ste. Marie. And the puck played just inside the east blue line. West looking to pick it up. Little scrambling in the neutral zone. Cover will take it. Cover makes his way inside the east zone. Puts on the brakes. Nice feed. And an opportunity at the side of the goal there by Gallagher. In the corner it goes. Still looking for the game's first goal here. Cover drops it back. Little fake. Shot coming. Stopped. Rebound. Scramble forward. A couple big saves there by Minchak from the Frontenacs. And now puck shot in deep here by Team West. East back to get it. Justin Hanser. Now comes out in the slot, and a dangerous chance there, but they can't get it turned around. They'll keep it in. Solid check along the far boards, but Team West will get it for a second. Now here's a chance down the other way. Leon Kolarek of the Peterborough Petes coming on 2-on-1, and he eventually steered in towards the corner and never got the puck across, but it looked promising there. Here's a steal. He's looking, goes off his stick, up and off the end, netting here. At the south end of the Peterborough Memorial Center, we get a stoppage. Well, you know these guys pretty well, including General Manager Mike Oak, who was a big part of helping get this whole week and this whole experience here in Peterborough, and the rest of the crew.
Yeah, great to see everyone around the rink. We've been at the rink the last few days, just being involved in everything, and the coaching staff's been here the whole time. Only one missing, longtime stick boy, Ian Norrie.
Yeah,
under the weather.
Ian's been with the Petes organization for, it's got to be 40 years, and he has been under the weather lately, so he'd be on that bench for sure, but a great crew. Here comes Team West looking to open the scoring as the puck comes back to the right point. Shot coming, loose puck, and it's kicked on goal, and Minchak with the save. And behind the goal, Ambrosio at the left point. Slides it over to the right side. The shot right there by Singh. That is stopped. Rebound, and that is stopped out in front. Never made its way on goal, I don't think. The defenseman getting in front of that one. Icing indicated it will be whistled down. 11:25 to go in a scoreless opening period here.
Linesmen will be busy here because 5 blue jerseys jumped on the ice and 5 went off, so they're going to have to keep track of who was on, who was off when that puck got shot.
Well, maybe the new technology on the helmets can decide that. And we'll get a close-up later on, but all the helmets have a device on them starting, and they're kind of experimenting a little bit tonight that tracks pretty much everything that's going on with each individual player.
Yeah, you'll see that. Everyone at the practice yesterday was asking what that little, they're calling it a bumper. But
bumper.
It's got a name.
Saying down low between the legs, they score. Beauty goal right there. Barabanov opens the scoring. It's 1-0 Team West on a dandy.
Barabanov of the Saginaw Spirit gets the scoring going. He's ranked 39th in the midterm Central Scouting for North American players. And he makes a great move. Nice no-look behind the back pass. And then a relay right down. Just a good play all around from West, but it all starts right at that top. What a pass from Klepov.
Beauty, yeah, right from the get-go. A couple nice passes, a great finish by Barabanov. And it's 1-0. Team West have opened the scoring here, as it's going to be Reed in behind the goal. Into the corner. And Barabanov is there, and there they come looking for more. Bowie making his way over the blue line, broken up. And now Team East, Rogowski to the left side. Played right there, and Stankoven trying to keep it in, but here comes Team West again looking for more. Balecki in deep. He got spun a little bit, ended up falling down to the ice. Puck reversed over to the far side. That is played there by Rumo, the Ottawa 67. Puck comes back into play at Chase Reed. He'll be in Sarnia tomorrow. Quick turnaround for some of these players as they have games tomorrow night. So Reed and Fitzgerald, the rest of the Sault Ste. Marie crew, will make their way down to Sarnia tomorrow night as the Team East looking to tie things up here. Shot towards the goal. That is stopped by Jovanovski. Comes back to the right point. And it's going to be played right there by Trevetsky. Shot out in front, deflected. Oh, good chance by Malhotra. Malhotra picks up the loose puck. Just inside the blue line. Still has it. Got tapped a little bit. Makes a nice backhand pass. They get it back to him. There's the one-timer. And Jovanovski off the shot of Malhotra makes the save.
Zach Jovanovski, no relation to Ed Jovanovski. Not a common name, but
from the same area, ironically enough, though.
Yeah.
Windsor area, but
makes a nice save. He's been the busier of the two quality-wise. Shots are tied at 8, but the East has had a couple more quality chances.
Draw deep inside the West zone, back to the point. Trevetsky, snapshot goes high over the net of Jovanovski. Loose puck rolling a little bit, and is played here by Crosscurry. Around on the far boards, kept in at the blue line by Hanser. Now to the right side, lifted in towards the goal. It's going to skip on Jovanovski, played it well, almost like a second baseman getting down, blocking it there. And the loose puck will be taken here by Jackson Cover of the London Knights. A steal by East, though. East keeping it in, maybe not for long. West will chip it out. They'll get it out to the neutral zone right in front of the Team East bench on the near side. And here's Levac. Adam Levac flips it out in front as he's trying to connect there with Malhotra. And then Novotny heading to the bench. He's the captain for Team East, coming off a silver medal at the World Juniors with Czechia.
Yeah, Adam Novotny, the captain. The alternates, Ryan Robrick, Caleb Malhotra, and Brooks Rogowski. And here's a look at that last opportunity. I like the look of this line during practice. Two guys who were familiar with each other in Novotny and Levac. They're on a line with the Petes, joined by Kieran Walton now, the latest acquisition, but they've thrown Malhotra in the mix with those two, and they looked pretty good. I talked to Adam Novotny after practice yesterday about that line combination, and he was really excited to see what they could do. He thought Malhotra would really complement the two of them.
Oh, a lot of skill on that line, lots of speed for sure. As the puck is sent in, it's moved in there by Alex Kostoff. Team East with some time here to set up a breakout, and here they come. They'll snap it down the left side. Here they're going to gain the line. Across, near side, the one-timer attempted there by Ryder Cali. Along the end boards, and didn't get all of it. He gets the puck back, a little too hot for Murnane to grab. He's going to hustle back. Brady Murnane from the Oshawa Generals. Loose puck in the far face-off circle. Team East will grab it, and they'll get it out. Moved out of there by Rowan Henderson. Sent right back in on goal by Team West. They lead this one by a score of 1-0. Salandra gets the puck in off the end boards. Team East picking it up. Out in front it goes. Nobody there to chip it on goal. Loose puck taken by Salandra. Back to the left point, to the right side. And back again across and played here by Rummel. He'll get it in deep. Loose puck here in the near corner. And Leon Kolarek from the hometown Petes. He'll take it. The first power play of the game coming up. It's going to go to Team East as West gets the gates here.
Tripping the official call. So I don't know how many penalties we'll see in this game, but here's the first one. And this should be fun to watch with that extra space out there for the East. And
just a little trip.
Little trip enough that the ref, who was right there, felt he needed to make that call. And Ryland Singh in the box.
All right, so East on the power play looking to tie things up here as they win the draw. Comes back to the left point, to the right side. And it's going to be controlled here along the near boards. Vandenberg out in front. And trying to stuff it in was Stankoven. He'll get the puck and he'll send it over to the far boards. He'll work it down low. And it's Robrick to the left point, to the right side. Almost a steal, but a good hustle there, keeping it in, was Reisnecker. And Reisnecker at the right point. Across, quick pass over to the far side. Robrick shoots and a blocker save comes right back to him. Ryan Robrick, we had a good chat with yesterday, Scott, and nice young man and excited to play here. He actually lists Oshawa as his favorite away arena to play in. That's okay. He said the Memorial Center is nice too, but that's what he said. Of course, his home rink in Niagara being number one. He also likes playing in London, the hometown rink for him. Drevetsky, here he comes through the neutral zone. East on the power play, the drop play. Malhotra taps it over to Novotny. Novotny coming in. He stops, looks to the point, drops it back there. And East will work it from there. Novotny gets it back, and now out in the slot across and trying to chip it over. East couldn't get it out in front. It is cleared by Team West. Kolarek was out in front. He's got Levac, and here comes a nice little rush here. Moving it in, Drevetsky now sent down the ice. They're maybe got time for one rush on this power play, and here it is. Here's Levac who takes it. Adam Levac looking for an open man. Here's the trailer. And it's East with a couple seconds left in the power play. Levac has the puck in the corner. Adam Levac in behind the goal. Out in front, it's loose right in front of the crease. And Jovanovski, just as the power play is coming to an end, covers it up to get the whistle. 5:19 to go in the first. Team West leading the East right here on your TV.
What makes Cogeco so different?
11,000 kilometers of fiber optic cable.
Split stitch is so easy. Just loop it around.
And we're right around the corner for you.
So I get to talk to someone who gets me.
And we're talking 100% local support on a world-class network. That's how we roll.
Cogeco, your local connection.
All right, coming up in the first intermission, it's going to be action-packed. A couple great conversations coming up as we got Alessandro Diorio. We'll be chatting with Dan Malta, and then ringside, Dan in the commish. Brian Crawford will join Dan. We had a chance to chat with him before the game, and very positive the way things are going in the Ontario Hockey League. And I think Brian Crawford's been a great fit for the league, Scott. A lot of great ideas and great leadership. And of course, we're thinking about Dave Branch as well. Tonight, that moment of silence was obviously very fitting, and what a legacy he leaves behind in the Ontario Hockey League. So that's coming up in your first intermission. In the meantime, it's going to be Team East trying to tie things up before we get there. Puck played here by Cali. Ryder Cali in behind the goal. Another penalty coming up. And another one against Team West. Renee with a shot. Traffic out in front. And back-to-back power plays for Team East.
Holding the call this time around. And just a shift after they had just killed off that penalty, it'll be the hometown kid and former Pete, Colin Fitzgerald. And you'll see the right arm just goes around Alfred there to make the easy call.
Well, Colin's no stranger to the penalty box here at the Memorial Center, but that one, I don't think he's sat in that one. Maybe since his lacrosse days, I don't know. But he's on the other side. And the East back on the power play. Rumo moves it in. East being patient, as it's going to be Andre Rumo again. Across, deflected, out in front, is caught in the gear. Loose puck, Cali's looking forward. And it's finally cleared over towards the boards, but Team East will keep control of it. As Rumo moves it over to the far side, where it's played right there by Nathan Amadowski. And now taken right here, it's Salandra. Little give and go. Back here, just inside the blue line. Salandra has it, looking, snapshot, stop, they score! It trickles past Jovanovski, and Team East scores on the power play. It's a 1-1 hockey game. They're trying to decide who's going to get credit for it, but going down the line, it looks like Ryder Cali.
And Cali was right on the doorstep, able to get a handle on that one just as it was going through. And a power play marker. There's the initial shot from the point. Puck pops over to Cali. Jovanovski was looking in front of him, trying to get a hold of that puck. He turns, reaches back just as it gets knocked through. And Cali goes down the line of the North Bay Battalion.
Yeah, he comes from a pretty talented family as well. All these guys do, it seems, but man, rich in talent on the hockey side for his family. His puck is played here as Team East trying to take their first lead of the night, but icing will be called here against the East with 3:41 to go in the first. We're now tied 1-1 here.
Cali expected to go high in the upcoming NHL draft in the midterm NHL Central Scouting. He's ranked 22nd amongst North American skaters. Big body as well, 6'1", 210 pounds.
Yeah, his mother Fiona, a professional hockey player for 7 years. And obviously some good bloodlines there. And he's got himself a goal here in the top prospects game. As the puck is played here by the West, they'll try and get their lead back. Puck kept in here. Good hustle, but now East getting it, and they'll head up the other way. Rogowski with a shot. And Brooks Rogowski got it away. West taking it. Looking for the steal here is Vandenberg. He does get it in, chips it out in front. Rogowski just couldn't reach it. And the puck will be taken here by Team West. They open the scoring. The East have replied on a power play goal, and that's where we sit right now. Shot towards the goal. Trapper side goes wide. And back forward here is Andre Rumo. He'll try and get it out, but the West keeping it in now. Sent out by Rogowski. They'll get it down the ice. Icing's waved off. Hustling back to play it is Lucas Ambrosio. Down the right wing. That's offside. Offside indicated. West will clear up, and now the East will break out. Reisnecker over center. Snaps it in deep. Back to get it here is Singh. Ryland Singh of the Guelph Storm. Ambrosio back to Singh. Sharp pass up to the blue line. Through center. Wasselin over the line. Just offside. It's whistled down with 2:14 to go in the opening period.
Murnane came out at him and caused that offside. And you see the little bumpers on the back. They're not called bumpers, but we talked to Brian Crawford before the game, and this is a good device It's a head impact and performance monitoring sensor. So during the game and practices, it's from BearMind, and they created this system that will capture on-ice data related to impact, exposure, and workload, which will help the league assess how insights can complement existing coaches, medical, development frameworks, all that stuff. And the league will get the stats after, and we'll see. There's some other leagues that are already doing it. They're just doing it for this game. It's not going to be something that's implemented right away.
Yeah, pretty neat, though, for sure. Here's Adam Levac. Levac trying to feed it into Adam Novotny. There are two Adams here as the puck is played here by Team West. Tied at 1. I'm just glad they don't have that technology on our headsets, Scott. I don't know if they want to know our conditioning or any sort of what we're up to over the course of the season. It would show a lot of Mr. Sub, a lot of eats for sure.
That it would.
Here comes Team East looking for their first lead of the night. As the puck will be played here. West back to get it. Comes out, a steal and a shot, and a nice save by Jovanovski. Here's another chance. Henderson with a shot. That goes off his skate and wide. So the East pressing now, looking for one in the very late stages here of this opening period in front of about 3,800 fans here at the Peterborough Memorial Center. Here comes East over the line. Henderson again. Henderson with Callie. Callie's got one already, but the West will take it away, and they head up the other way. Alex Kostov sends it off the end netting. We get a whistle with 46.5 seconds to go.
And Belchez runs Amanovsky right into the sideboards. Not a huge contact, but it was after the whistle, so it was enough to bring in a crowd. And Amanovsky had a couple teammates come over right away. And here's what happened just before that. Jovanovski with a big save. Callie trying to bat it in. I don't know if he's got a baseball background. I know he's a big wake surfer, but maybe he's picked up a baseball bat in the past as well.
Draw deep in the East zone, coming in to take the face-off. DiOrio out in front. Kolarek takes it away for East and gets it out. Into play it is Bilecki. Over to his partner on the near side. Goes off his skate. Rumo gets it out into the neutral zone. Played there by Kostov. Up and over the blue line. It'll draw pass. DiOrio sends it over to the right side. Just over 20 seconds left here in this opening period. West looking for a late one here. Costa with some nice moves. Can't get the shot away. Just kind of slides on goal, and Minchak will cover it up as he comes diving out. And now we have some words again at the whistle.
They did the heights and weights of all the players this morning. They made them all official. So Minchak, 6'5", he's listed, but after they did the height stuff, he's 6'4.75". So he's just shy of the 6'5", Pete, on the official, but he started off, he wanted to be a forward when he first started playing hockey, but coach said, you know, your skating's not that great, and he still wanted to play, so he ended up being a goalie. And first time when he was 7 years old playing goalie, he ended up putting his pads on backwards.
Well,
tried to go out.
It could happen. As the puck is played here in the near quarter. Only 10 seconds left. Out in front, little delay. There's a pass across on the back door, and Bilecki had snuck in there. There's a big hit at the blue line, right at the buzzer, as Salantra lowered the boom there. And that is just going to heat things up even more going into the second period. But we will take a break here at the Peterborough Memorial Center as the West open the scoring. A highlight reel goal by Igor Barabanov of the Saginaw Spirit opened the scoring here at the Peterborough Memorial Center. It could stand as the highlight of the night. We'll wait and see. Still lots of hockey to come here. You're watching the Connor McDavid OHL Top Prospects game on your TV.
Hi, my name is Matt Ferraro.
And I'm Kurt Jory.
We're both former goaltenders, and although we didn't learn how to stop enough pucks, we each learned valuable lessons along the way.
Although we can't predict what will happen throughout your career, we can minimize some of the major financial risks through thoughtful planning.
Watch your TV on the go. Cogeco customers can now enjoy local programming online. Simply log into your Cogeco account on cogeco.ca. Click on Your TV and start streaming. Your TV is truly local, exclusively on Cogeco.
Welcome to Oxio, the place where the internet truly gets you. Like how sometimes you just have to search down every rabbit hole. That you want to stream your shows, not pesky loading symbols. Or scroll to your heart's content, because culture now runs at the speed of your feed. Our internet was made to flex, to fit your online world. So if you're ready for an internet provider that finally feels like home, swing on by. We'll keep the door open. Oxio, born to be online.
We are Your TV, home of Hockey Day in the OHL. Your TV, exclusively on Cogeco.
Welcome back to the Connor McDavid OHL Top Prospects game on Cogeco's Your TV. Now joined by Alessandro Diorio, the captain of Team West. Wearing that C on your chest, what does that mean playing in a best-on-best game amongst your peers?
Yeah, I mean, it's such a good group of guys. I mean, again, you can see it got a little competitive at the end. Everyone's such good players here. Again, everyone's leaders in the room, and we're going to try our best to mesh as quick as possible for the second here.
Speaking of meshing, you played in the CHL USA Top Prospects game. How does that game go? The first period, second period, third period, what's that like? Does it take one period to get into the mix with the guys?
Yeah, for sure. I think we're again, both teams are going through the same thing right now. It's a short event. It's like our second day here, so I think the game will get better as it goes on, and yeah, you see the chemistry start to build already towards the end of that period.
Knowing who's in the building, does it change your approach at all to a game?
Not really. I think guys have been through stuff like this already, so I think you just treat it like another game. You just go out there and have fun. That's the whole point of this kind of like prospect stuff. So again, lots of guys are used to it, and we're going to try our best to make it exciting for the fans.
What's the adjustment been like being in your draft year? You've got the U18s, you got the CHL USA Top Prospects game, a lot of extra hockey on the calendar for you. I know it's fun, but what kind of challenges does that present?
It's definitely tough on the body. You're in the trainer's room quite a lot, but no, it's good. You have to be in the gym a lot in the summer, just kind of build your body and get ready for that, that next step in that extra hockey, just like you said. So, I mean, it's always an honor to do stuff like that, but again, I love it, and I'm sure everyone else does too.
A lot of guys yesterday were saying they want the win. I know you want the win, but what do you have to do? 40 minutes to play here to get that W over Team East.
Like I said, the systems are hard because you're with each other for such a short period, but I think just working your bag off and going in the corners and giving it your all, that was our main message that the coaches sent, so we're going to continue to do that here.
How nice is it having Beckham Edwards on your side?
Yeah, it's always nice. I mean, we've been together so many times through international stuff, and to be both recognized for him starting to come and play here, it's always an honor.
I'll let you get back to it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Alessandro Diorio, the captain of Team West here at the Connor McDavid OHL Top Prospects game. Stick around. Coming up, we've got the OHL Commissioner, Brian Crawford, joining us ringside. You're watching the OHL tonight on Your TV. If it happens on the ice, it happens on your TV. The crew, the calls, the cameras, and the cables, we're the ones bringing you the action at home. We are the OHL tonight. We are your TV, and the OHL lives here.
YourTV.tv is our online home. Find videos, our broadcast schedule, community events, and how you can get involved in your local channel. Visit YourTV.tv. We are truly local. YourTV.tv is our online home. Find videos, our broadcast schedule, community events, and how you can get involved in your local channel. Visit YourTV.tv. We are truly local.
What makes Cogeco so different?
11,000 kilometers of fiber optic cable.
Split stitch is so easy. Just loop it around.
And we're right around the corner for you.
So I get to talk to someone who gets me.
And we're talking 100% local support on a world-class network. That's how we roll.
Cogeco, your local connection.
Every Thursday night, catch the stars of the Ontario Hockey League right here on your TV. It's the OHL Game of the Week with action from across the league. Thursdays at 7. Your TV, only on Cogeco.
Welcome back to the OHL tonight on your TV. Tied between the Western Conference and Eastern Conference here in the OHL Connor McDavid Top Prospects game. Now we'll bring you down ringside, Dan Malt alongside Brian Crawford, the commissioner of the Ontario Hockey League. Brian, thank you for joining us again this year. You made the rounds in your first year, but thanks for coming by again.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks so much for having us. We're excited to be here in Peterborough for this event. We couldn't really pick a better market to support the event, and it's been great 2 days.
I'm happy you used that word event because that is what it has felt like all week in Peterborough, going just up the street to the Miskin Law Arena. And you see the U16 Top Prospects games, the GOHL Top Prospects games, a guy with the last name O'Rourke competing in the U16 game, really impressive as well. But attracting players by giving them these types of exposures and experiences, is that a new priority for the league?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's always been a priority of the league, of course. But, building scale, this is the second year for this event. And after the success last year in its first year, we wanted to add on to it and build it bigger and better and add scale. And being able to bring the U16s in, be able to introduce our GOHL partnership and their game, is all part of that. And we'll seek to do more next year when we go to Owen Sound. So it's been a great second season for it. Couldn't ask for a better host site. I know it's a great week for hockey here with the big U16 tournament coming up this weekend as well, so we're glad to be part of it.
Now, what has been the question? There's a lot of media around this weekend as well, or this week as well. It's a Wednesday. Sometimes you forget about midweek games in the OHL, but what's been the most common question or theme that media has been asking you about when they've been getting a chance to interact with you so far?
Yeah, well, that's an interesting question. I think people are always just generally interested to know what's kind of happening in the hockey landscape, right? It's been such a period of flux since last year when the NCAA changed their regulations, and people are still just generally interested to know, like, where are things headed? What does that mean? And for us, it's been wildly beneficial, right? We've added nearly 120 great players from other leagues that wouldn't have probably played in our league. They're unequivocally voting with their feet and coming to the OHL. We've had more players drafted, a better draft last year than ever. This past week we had 80 players named to the midterm report. Things are great, and we need to continue to make sure we capitalize on those opportunities.
And yeah, some players coming back from the NCAA to the CHL as well. It's hockey's been through this a lot, right, where the landscape has shifted and things have adjusted. But another trend I'm noticing is Brantford, Peterborough, Owen Sound, similar size arena, similar size markets. Is that kind of the target for an event like this?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we think that this is a great event for some of our smaller mid-sized markets, right, that might not have a chance to host a Memorial Cup as an example, or one of our other properties. So being able to go to some of those markets, being able to continue to grow the brand of the OHL, I mean, that's kind of a misnomer to say in a place like Peterborough where, we've been around for so long. But, to continue to endear ourselves to those communities, to get new priorities accomplished together with the communities. And so that's really what we're looking for. So to have the chance to now follow it up for year 3 in Owen Sound, we're really excited about after what has been, an overwhelmingly successful year here.
So you've had some time on the job now. You get a chance to see players grow, teams grow, organizations grow. What has stood out to you the most? For me personally, it's usually seeing a kid go from 16 to 18 and it's a whole different person, but is there anything that sticks out to you in your time on the job so far?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously been, a time of learning for me and getting acclimated to the league and settling in. I'm 20 months into it actually already, which is crazy to think about. But, it's the opportunities that we have in front of us. And being able to say, hey, we're going to roll out new properties like the Connor McDavid Top Prospects game. We're going to bring the draft in person back in Kingston in June, that we're going to build upon a rivalry week concept, that we're going to do more of these sorts of things to build the brand, build exposure, have more storytelling opportunities for our league, reach new fans, and really capitalizing on the opportunities is really the big piece for me.
In the feedback loop of how that information gets back to you, I know Josh Sweetland is off to your left right now, the manager of communications for the OHL. I'd imagine he's the guy who's briefing you on a lot of that, but how do you hear from the fans? How do you find out what priorities might be for the viewers and fans of the OHL?
Yeah, I mean, getting out there and talking to the fans, right? I mean, it really starts with each of our teams and their communities, hearing from their fans. When I get out to the arenas, I try to talk to fans and hear from them. It's a little bit on social is obviously one of the places you hear from fans. And so it's all those sorts of things. It's really about taking all of the stakeholders, bringing them all to the table, hearing everybody's feedback and input, and then trying to make decisions that are, in the best interests of the league and can have the biggest return for the investments that we make.
So when a team does find out that they're going to be hosting an event like this, is it a team campaigning to host the event, or is it a league discussion and a decision made?
Yeah, so I mean, we carry out kind of a full bid type process for this year's event and had a number of teams submit proposals to do it. And then we, review those proposals against the criteria that we've set and select the host. And so not dissimilar to a Memorial Cup, but on a smaller scale for this event versus that one. So, some of the other ones, like with the draft, we went out and sought what we thought would be kind of the best partner for the event, and Kingston was it this year, but in future years we'll look to move that event around as well.
Early June in Kingston, that's a great time to be in Kingston, right by the water as well. Fantastic venue as well at the Slush Puppy Place. And now last time we met up here was, I believe, in your first month or first season in the OHL. Yeah. We asked if you were going to get out to the Peterborough Golf and Country Club, the Stanley Thompson course. So Pete Dalladay, our play-by-play commentator, wanted to throw that question.
I remember that.
Did he get a chance to get out?
I did not get out to the course last summer. I need an invite. I guess someone needs to give me an invite to come play the course. But that one needs to be on my bucket list. I got to get all the Stanley Thompsons checked off, I guess.
I know Dick Todd's there all the time. Pete Dalladay is there all the time, but I'm sure he will put you down on the list.
I unfortunately have played a lot less golf in the last 20 months than I have previously to that, but eventually I'll have time to get that back going.
And usually that works with hockey as well. There's time off in the summer. Yeah, I hope you do get to that. The first period was fun. How much do you enjoy these types of games? I know you're an athlete yourself, but getting a chance to showcase yourself in front of scouts and prove who you are, how important is that to see from these athletes?
Well, I mean, we saw last year, we saw, in the first period here tonight, like, the players know what's at stake, right? They understand that this is an opportunity to show their best against the best, and you have all the hockey community here watching, evaluating, thinking about where they might fit in terms of the future. So I think that you see them bring that effort forth, and it ends up with a great, exciting product on the ice. 1-1. If we can have a game that finishes nearly as close as last year's game did, I think it'll be a big success. So we're pleased with the results.
All right, yeah, we hope it's very competitive. It has been so far. Brian, thank you so much for your time. Enjoy the rest of the game and your time at Peterborough.
Appreciate it.
All right, more coming up next. Pete Dalladay and Scott Arnold will join us on the other side for the second period.
Welcome to Oxio, the place where the internet truly gets you. Like how sometimes you just have to search down every rabbit hole. That you want to stream your shows, not pesky loading symbols. Or scroll to your heart's content, because culture now runs at the speed of your feed. Our internet was made to flex, to fit your online world. So if you're ready for an internet provider that finally feels like home, swing on by. We'll keep the door open. Oxio, born to be online.
Keeps it going, and it's John Tavares behind the net. Coming out in front. John Tavares! They finally caught lightning in the bottle.
Watch your TV on the go. Cogeco customers can now enjoy local programming online. Simply log into your Cogeco account on cogeco.ca. Click on your TV and start streaming. Your TV is truly local, exclusively on Cogeco. We are Your TV, home of Hockey Day in the OHL. Your TV, exclusively on Cogeco.
What makes Cogeco so different?
11,000 kilometers of fiber optic cable.
Split stitch is so easy. Just loop it around.
And we're right around the corner for you.
So I get to talk to someone who gets me.
And we're talking 100% local support on a world-class network. That's how we roll.
Cogeco, your local connection.
All right, so it took a little bit. 8:50, the time of the first goal, and dandy right there by Team West. Scott, they get on the board. They strike first, but Team East coming back on a power play. It was their second power play of the game. They cashed in. Callie getting that one, and that's where we see right here after 20 minutes of play.
Things getting rough towards the end. We saw some physicality, a couple big hits, a few words exchanged, and this game means nothing in terms of the standings, obviously, but bragging rights are on the line. You want to win. You go into every game no matter what you're playing, and as you heard Diorio telling Dan in that first intermission, it usually takes a period to gel and get going, and he thinks things are really going to open up in this period, and we'll see some nice hockey. And it is true, they just arrived here yesterday. They all stayed in hotels, talking to some of the Pete's players, and they were saying that, you know, even they were in hotels. They said it's kind of weird. We're being away from our billets that are right down the road from the hotel. And
5 minutes away, yeah.
But that's how it is. They wanted everyone together.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. It's been great. Great couple days here in Peterborough over the Michigan Law right behind us here at the Memorial Center. Lots of great hockey and fan activities. And Owen Sound will get to enjoy this next year, which is great. They deserve that, and looking forward to that one. But in the meantime, here we go, period number 2, as Team East will get the puck in deep. All to the left right here of the West tender, and now here comes the West as they pick it up here right in front of the East bench. It's Reed dropping it back as the West will look to get it in, but they're offside. They'll have to tag up. Diorio sends it over. Reed. Diorio gets it back. Remember the Sarnia Sting. They play the suit tomorrow night, so they'll be playing against each other. But tonight, teammates, as the puck will be played here by Diorio, making his way up. Pushing it in a little further is going to be Belchez. The Windsor Spitfires. Novotny got stopped in the neutral zone. Reed will take it here for the West. Moves it to his right. Kostoff to his left, and here comes the West inside the zone. Balecki. He skated it in deep. Leaves it along the boards for Kostoff. Tries to get past a check thrown by Adam Levac. Kostoff turns, shoots, goes in behind the goal. And it comes back, and unable to keep it in there was Kroskary, and he'll go back in his own zone and take the puck here from Jovanovski. Zachary Jovanovski, the Guelph Storm, the starter for Team West. And we'll see when the respective coaches will kind of switch up the goaltenders. It'd be like old school, going back to minor hockey a little bit, Scott, on the goalie exchange.
Yeah, I imagine it'll be the first whistle, first chance they get after the halfway mark of this period.
Malhotra behind the net to the side of the goal. Out in front of Levac, shoots. Couldn't get the shot away, and now Malhotra tries to push it back to Murnane, and another tripping penalty coming up here. And we're going to see another power play here for Team East. Zoo's head to the box.
East is 1 for 2 on the man advantage. Zoo's trying to plead his case on the way to the penalty box, and I don't blame him. I don't know. This is, you want to call penalties when they're infractions, but it's a prospects game at the same time as well. You don't want to let things go, but you also kind of want to put your whistle away, I would think, if you can.
Malhotra on the draw here. Caleb Malhotra looking to get it back. Pops ahead and comes around the near boards, and Ambrosio's there for the West, and they'll get it out. Puck will be played at the side of the goal by Adam Novotny, the captain here for Team East. And here they come looking to score again on the power play. Malhotra over the line, Kolarek into the slot, back to Malhotra, couldn't get the shot away, picks up the loose puck along the end boards. Kolarek gets it in a little deeper for Levac. All three members of the Peterborough Petes out there right now. Rob Wilson trying to throw them out there as they have some chemistry and play together on the power play here in Peterborough. And here comes Team East. Lots of time left in the man advantage. Drop play. Malhotra will take it. He's up and over the blue line, looking to go wide. Gets bumped. Reed takes the loose puck. He snaps it around the boards. Claire tried to keep it in, but goes all the way back down to the east zone. And Salandra will start to play off. He's got the option to drop it if he wants to. Decides to snap it ahead, and it's going to be Stankoven that drops it, and he'll get it here to Robrook. He'll move it in. It's played in the corner. Kept in, though, by the East. Rogowski. Back to Robrook, just inside the blue line. Robrook looking, shooting a snapshot, a hard one, blocker side, but off the mark, a little wide. Robrook comes in, tries to center it for Stankoven. It's going to be snapped down the ice. Only 25 seconds left in the East power play here. Their third of the hockey game. Tied at 1, just into the early parts here of this second period in front of a full house at the Peterborough Memorial Center. Wednesday night hockey. Usually Thursday night's the big night here in Peterborough, but great to be here on a Wednesday. Vandenberg shoots. Oh, he fanned on it. Maybe broke his stick. That's what happened. That's unfortunate. And there's a bump into the end boards. Back to 5-on-5 hockey here. And the East unable to capitalize. Murnane with a shot. Murnane snapping it. Comes to the right point. Nobody home. And a Reisnecker will play it. Obviously, as we've talked about, and Dan has chatted with some guests over the night, so many NHL representatives here tonight. Talking to one scout, he says at least 4 minimum from each team would be here. GM's out in front, poke-checked by the goaltender, Jovanovski. Callie sends it, quick pass, Henderson walks in, shoots, stick save by Jovanovski. Couple big saves here already in the second period by Zachary Jovanovski of the Guelph Storm. He's pressing again. Henderson, he's had some chances here tonight. Off the glass, back to the right point. And Murnane had it stopped. That was blocked. He goes down the ice. As Culver got in front of that one. Long pass up to the blue line. And it's going to be played there by Nathan Amidovsky. West heading up the other way. They haven't had the puck a whole lot in the east zone, but here they come. Little 2-on-1. Belchez leads the way, goes to the net, gets a stick on it. Deflects it, goes up and over the goal and off the glass. Back to the point. Kostov shot comes here. Belchez, little fake, hangs on to it as he goes wide over and past Henderson. Drops it. Nice cycle play out in the slot. The Orioles shoots, and that was blocked by Lachon from the Oshawa Generals. Out in front, stick save, swiped away by Minchak. So now the West pouring it on a little bit as they come back down. The Oriole moves it. Here's a shot coming. And out in front, trying to get a stick on it was Kostov. Comes out to the blue line. Kostov keeps it in. The Oriole shoots, and a stop there by Minchak of the Kingston Frontenacs. West still pressing. Up in the air it goes. Diorio knocks it down, and it's whistled down as a high stick. But great action for both teams. And the West there, Scott, on that last shift, really pouring it on.
Well, and that was the West first shot in 14 minutes. Their last shot was with 8 minutes left in the first period. So Minchak hadn't been overly busy. He touched the puck a couple times. He reached out of his crease, made some contact. They weren't official shots until that one from Diorio. But 14 minutes without a shot in a Prospects game. In any game, that's a long stretch.
That's a long stretch for sure. Let's see if they can get a couple more here. Shots are 18-10 now in favor of the East. They win the draw, and they'll take the play down towards the West zone, getting the puck in deep. Here's a steal, throwing it out in the slot. Rummel just keeps it inside the blue line. He had to hustle to keep that puck in, and he does. Gets it in deep. Salandra is down there from the Barrie Colts. And it's East getting possession of the puck. Looking back to the right point. Open man. And it's going to be Reisnecker. Gets it out in front. Reed pushes it ahead. He'll get the puck here. And it's moved out here by Bowie. Pierce Bowie to the right side. Along the near boards. In front of section 4 here at the Memorial Center. Was just jammed here. All around the rink. As the puck will come back inside the Team West zone. Quickly they'll get it down the other way. Tipped in deep. And hustling in there is going to be Bowie from the Owen Sound attack. Fitzgerald will play it now. Back to the point. Shot coming, goes high off the glass. Pinching from the point was Singh to help keep that puck in for Team West. Comes all the way back. It's Singh again. Fakes to his left. Now he drops it to Fitzgerald. Good first pass down to the circle. Fitzgerald looking to get it back. He does. Fitzgerald shoots, and a save there by Minchak. He hangs on, stopping Colin Fitzgerald, and we'll take a break. We're tied at 1. Right here is the Connor McDavid OHL Top Prospects game. Big thank you to our friends at Mr. Sub here in Peterborough, providing the crew meals, and we got a big crew here tonight going all out for this one, doing a great job. So they threw in a few extra subs and cookies, I'm sure, Scotty, and $4,485 is now where the 50-50 is at. You can win that. Scan the code right there. Go to PetesFiftyFifty.com. It was at $225 when I went to the U16 game yesterday to start. It's gone up a little bit in the last little bit. And you can support Peterborough Minor Hockey and some other great charities by getting in on the 50-50. Here's Adam Levac. Levac of the Petes takes it down the right side along with Novotny. Levac with the head up, shooting, hits the iron, goes up and out of play. Levac off the post.
Levac, as we've seen do many times in a Peterborough Petes uniform, right here at the Memorial Center, comes through. Novotny sets a little bit of a screen for him, cuts across, creates that extra room, and off the iron and up into the crowd.
Levac will take the draw. He's got Malhotra on his left, Novotny on his right. As Team East looking for their first lead of the game. Tied at 1, they win the draw. Right off the face-off, Levac couldn't get the shot away, and now West up the other way as they make their way in. Quick, though, breakout by East. Levac, Malhotra, Novotny coming in. He heads to the front of the goal. Novotny backhand scores! Adam Novotny of the Peterborough Petes. And the hometown fans love it as Team East has taken a 2-1 lead.
A highlight reel marker for the captain of Team East, fresh off his silver medal win at the World Junior Hockey Championship. Nice pass from the far side from Levac, his Pete's teammate. You can see how happy they are. And looked like he was running out of real estate. You see the poke check coming from Jovanovski. Novotny able to somehow still make a move right at the blue paint. When most guys would be thinking shot, when you're going full speed, you're in that close. Novotny, though, he had the mindset to still make that extra move.
Adam Novotny gives the East their first lead. Reed at the left point as the West coming right back, trying to tie this one up. Loose puck over by the Zamboni doors is going to be kept in here by Reed. Moves it to the right side. And here's a steal by East. They'll go down 2-on-1. Robrook looks across. There's a dish. There's the shot fired just wide. Robrook follows up on it. Along the boards. Great chance there. And Stan Cohen couldn't get it on net. There's a nice kicked out pad save there by Minchak. Big hit along the end boards. Things getting physical here now as well. As the puck will be played behind the goal of Team East. They lead it 2-1 as we approach the midway point here of regulation. Loose puck in the corner. East will lift it up and out. And here's a chance here. Rogowski going in as they announce the goal by Adam Novotny. Hence the big round of applause. Here's Reed getting it in. And the assist by Adam Levac also getting a big round of applause.
And Adam Novotny, I mean, we see him all the time. We're very fortunate to get a close look as the goalies are going to make a change now at the halfway mark. But for anyone who hasn't seen much of Adam Novotny, this is what he brings. That's the type of skill, the speed. He came over here from Czechia. He was playing in one of the best pro men's leagues in all of Europe when he was just 15, becoming the youngest player to score a goal in that league. Imagine playing pro with men at that age.
All right, so tested early right off the hop is Ryder Fedorov of the Ottawa 67s. No warm-up, no nothing, just a shot right off the draw. And he's in familiar territory at that net here. Here's a nice nifty move, and out in front a chance as Belchez was going to the goal. He does retrieve the puck, comes out of the corner with it. Played along the boards. Takes the pass, gets it right back. Kostov and Belchez working it nicely together. And now it's off the glass. East will get it out. And Kostov is going to play it here over to the far side. Chase Reed pressured. East. Henderson throws it out towards the front looking for Rogowski, but West with some speed down the right side, and it's Reed. Chase Reed making his way in. Belchez here too, spins to get away from a check and pokes the puck into the far corner, trying to carry it here for the East as Rumo comes out towards the slot. Here's a steal, and West will keep it in. Diorio back towards the point, gets the puck to Kostov. Out in front, oh, what a chance, Rumo. Great save there, what a beauty. Keeps it 2-1 East. Talk about coming in cold and having to play hot just like that. And the puck is sent in by the East. And the puck here controlled by West. Here's Bowie, makes his way in. Here's Bowie, chips it just to the left point. East will grab it, they'll get it out, and here they come. Kolarek over the blue line. Right wing feed, but that's picked off, intercepted by Klepov. Klepov gets it down to the East zone. He sends it up. Retrieved by Team West, trailing now for the first time tonight. Here's a chance out in front, and Bowie was going to the goal, but good defensive play by the East to break it up and take the puck and head up the other way. Vandenberg gets it in deep here for East. Back to the point. Shot right there by Hanser. That goes off the glass. Lifted to the line. It does trickle out to the neutral zone. East has to be careful here. Justin Hanser back to play it. Quick pass ahead. Vandenberg's open. Waits for it. There's the feed. He takes it, throws it out, and a nice little pass right there for Trevetsky. Trevetsky looks to get it here, and he heads back now to make a change. He heads to the bench, and puck is kept in by East. Malhotra, the lone forechecker right now. Ends up in the far corner. It's played there by Ryland Singh. Singh. Zorowski Zarowski's shot, that is blocked. Getting in front of that one was Brady Murnane. Levac in the corner. It's the puck over, and the East will get it out. Novotny ahead. Look out, big hit. Maholtra was hit by Zoo right at the blue line. Here's a chance, a snapshot. Another big save there by Fedorov. Ryder Fedorov has been tested often and early into his entrance into this hockey game. The puck goes into the West bench with 7:34 to go in the second. Let's take another look here at some of the stops, Scotty.
Well, he was busy right off the bat. As soon as he went into the net, he was forced to make a big save, and since then he's made a couple as the West is pressing. But fantastic one there off the blocker. And this is a guy who last year at Gilmore Academy in Ohio went 49-0. Not a bad record.
Yeah, no, that's a good run. I can see why. Who needs a warm-up? Just come in like that. Wow.
So close to that 50th.
Yeah.
Mike Babcock sat him, so he couldn't get it.
Oh, dear. Puck is played here in the neutral zone. Cover with it.
That is false. Anybody who's,
right.
Yeah,
that was
it's a little inside joke.
If you're not familiar with our show here, The Odd Time, we do come up with the odd, just a little joke.
Yeah, Mike Modano being held out at 1,499 games by Babcock, so he couldn't get to the 1,500th. But Fedorov, 49-0, a great little record. Comes from an athletic family, too. His mother, Jennifer, played basketball at Boston College. His brother, Hunter, plays NCAA hockey at Bowdoin College. His sister, Hannah, plays hockey at Princeton.
So, by no means are they underachievers by any means, by the sounds of it. Sounds great. What a great talented family as the puck is sent in. Team East has taken a 2-1 lead here. Here they come looking for more. Reed in the corner, one-handed pass around the boards. It'll be skated out here. Croskery getting it in on the forecheck. Good hard pressure in the corner. Coming off the boards, Cover. A cross shot goes in behind the East net. And that's played here. Stan Coven trying to clear. And it's played into the far corner. East in blue and West in the whites here tonight. All the players wore their regular jerseys during practice yesterday and during the warm-ups tonight, which is always kind of cool. I love that. I like when they do that. And now in the blue and the whites. Bobrick sends it out. Nothing doing there. Taken away. Played by the West as they make their way in, looking to tie things up. Kostov, lone man back. He's got to be careful. He is. He keeps it in. And now it looks like the East will clear. They'll chip it out right in front of their own bench. Back to play it here is going to be Alex Kostov. Now Reed in behind the goal. Reed's going to slow it down. The defenseman looking for the best option. Comes out here on the near side. Looks ahead, right down the middle. Kostov takes the feed. Gently slides it across the blue line. Gets the drop pass. And now Belchess sends it around. And the East back to play it. In behind the goal, Justin Hanser. Snapped up. Amidowski right in front of the East bench. Was making a change, but the West will take it. It's going to be Ethan Belchez. The Windsor Spitfires will be a first-round pick. Just we'll see eventually in Buffalo where exactly he'll go, but no doubt it will be sooner than later in that first round. As the puck is played in the corner. Along the boards at the left point. Vandenberg shooting deflected. Kolarek got a piece of it then. Took a bit of a stick off the visor. In the meantime, it's the West. It's Belchez. Gets it across. Here's speed over the line. Reed coming in. Shoots, and another save by Ryder Fedorov. East getting it out. Bowie looking to send it right back into the East zone, but a good effort there by Lachon from the Oshawa Generals. Sent in, and it's going to be played there. Shurigan will send it into the corner from the Saginaw Spear. Now back out in front, deflected just wide. And East picking it up. And another save there by Shurigan. Snapped off the end boards. West have some time now to take it down the left wing, but it's intercepted, goes off. And East skates, and East says, we'll take it. And Novotny sends it right back in, but not for long. West will clear. East were making some changes, so West trying to take advantage of that with 4:05 to go here in this second period. 2-1 East leading. Here comes Novotny. He has the go-ahead goal at this point. Sends it in. Hustles in. Loose puck goes into the far corner. And the West will take it from there. Klepov. Here's a steal by the East. Out in front. And Levac looking forward. Just couldn't find it. That line looking for their second straight goal. West coming in. Across. Shot coming. They score! Nikita Klepov for the Saginaw Spirit. And deuces are wild at the Memorial Center. It's 2-2 here in the second.
What a great pass from Wasselin to get it over. And Nikita Klepov with the finish. Zoo doing some work on the sidewall. He gets the puck up to Wasselin. And you can see the appreciation, the point over. Fake shot from Wasselin. That had everybody biting. He even lifted the foot up. Did everything to signal he was taking that shot, and then just sailed it across to Klepov, and the West ties this up at 2s.
Just over 3.5 to go here in this second. Reed, rink wide feed. Here's another chance, kicked away there by Fedorov. Another great save. He's coming up the other way. They'll lift it in. Icing should be waved off. It is. Robert back to get it, and around it goes into the near corner. As the East look to get it right back here. Hands are pinched from the point, but having to come back to play it here is Stankoven. He'll get it over. West getting it in. They make their way in. Zarowski setting it up just inside the blue line. Now intercepted Rogowski. Almost off to the races there, but just kind of kicked it a little too far ahead. And the puck is lifted in deep. Hands are back for it. And here comes East with under 3 to go. They'll flip it down the left side, and they'll make their way in. Stankoven coming in, gets it in there. Now he comes in to help out along the end boards. He'll pick it up in behind the goal. Stankoven looks to the point. Try to get it back there, but here's a nice play just inside the blue line. Stankoven with a backhander and a trapper save there by Surgan. Shurigan makes the save. 2:23 to go, so we'll take another break. We're tied here at the Peterborough Memorial Center.
Hi, my name is Matt Ferraro.
And I'm Kurt Jory.
We're both former goaltenders, and although we didn't learn how to stop enough pucks, we each learned valuable lessons along the way.
Although we can't predict what will happen throughout your career, we can minimize some of the major financial risks through thoughtful planning.
We are Your TV, home of Hockey Day in the OHL. Your TV, exclusively on Cogeco.
All right, coming up in the second intermission here, Dan Malta will chat with Caleb Maholtra. Maybe talk to him about his famous basketball-playing uncle. Ringside, a live version. Yeah, they're not in the studio. They're here tonight. Terry Doyle and Tim Cunningham, a live ringside roundtable, also part of our second intermission. So looking forward to that. Great to see those two in the building tonight. Peterborough's own Terry Doyle. Of course, you know him as the voice of the Sarnia Sting on your TV down there. Tim Cunningham from our Kingston crew. And they'll have lots to talk about for sure, so that's coming up. Still 2:18 left to go here in this second period, tied at 2. Lashon sends it around the boards. Now he gets it right back. Down the right wing for Henderson. Rowan Henderson stops in the far corner. He's had some good looks here tonight. Had the puck on his stick a lot. Leaves it here. Shot out in front, and Shurigan hangs on. He makes the save. He'll face it off to his left. A good shot at him. One of the taller goaltenders in the Ontario Hockey League, Scotty. The only one that I know of that wears number 63 between the pipes.
Yeah, different goalie number for sure. All big goalies in this game. They've all got some size. You need that these days to
he's almost 6'6".
Successful, yeah. Just under.
So yeah, that's what NHL scouts are looking for these days for sure. They like the bigger goaltenders for the most part. Doesn't mean if you're not 6'6", you're never going to make it, but here's a opportunity for the West to clear through the neutral zone. Draw pass, shot coming, and that is wired up and out of play eventually by Jackson Cover of the London Knights. Good look at Cover there, wearing number 87 here tonight in this Prospects game.
And looking at the goalie speed, we saw Jovanovski, he's 6'2", Fedorov's 6 foot, and then Minchak and Shurigan both 6'5".
Yeah, so that doesn't mean if you're not tall. I don't want to discourage any goaltenders out there that might not be that height. You still got a chance. Why not? Have fun with it. And puck will be played down the left side here. Moved in. Diorio in the corner. Yes, well over, probably close to 200 NHL scouts and GMs here tonight for this one. Maybe even more. Jammed. Here's a shot coming and just missing. Ends up here in the near corner. And along with about 3,800 other fans here tonight, Belchez into the circle for Kostov. He's going to go for a little skate. He goes wide left, puts on the brakes, looking for an open man. Under a minute to go, says PA announcer Gorgiev. Oriole between his legs to the net. Still has it behind the goal. Goes to center. And East doing their best to get it out here, but some good pressure by the West. Pass out in the high slot. Belchez shoots, and that goes off of Fedorov in behind his goal. And it comes back to the right point. Under a minute left, 35 seconds to be exact. In behind the goal, there's a wraparound attempt by Diorio. He's finally going to take a break, a well-deserved break after a strong shift there by the member of the Sarnia Sting. So tied at 2, it looks like, unless we get a quick one here, we may be tied going into the intermission. And here come the East. 10 seconds left in the period. Off the boards, Malhotra pokes it ahead. He'll get it to Novotny. Novotny at the buzzer, shoots right on goal. And Shurigan with the save. Adam Novotny stopped that time, but not earlier when he gave the East a 2-1 lead, the Peterborough Pete. With Adam Levac picking up an assist and a great celebration here between the two teammates here in Peterborough and here tonight. We'll take a break. Your second intermission is coming up next. You're watching the Connor McDavid OHL Top Prospects game.
But Tavares keeps it going, and it's John Tavares behind the net. Coming out in front, John scores! John Tavares! They finally caught lightning in the bottle!
Watch your TV on the go. Cogeco customers can now enjoy local programming online. Simply log into your Cogeco account on cogeco.ca. Click on Your TV and start streaming. Your TV is truly local, exclusively on Cogeco.
Every Thursday night, catch the stars of the Ontario Hockey League right here on your TV. It's the OHL Game of the Week with action from across the league. Thursdays at 7. Your TV, only on Cogeco.
Welcome to Oxio, the place where the internet truly gets you. Like how sometimes you just have to search down every rabbit hole. That you want to stream your shows, not pesky loading symbols. Or scroll to your heart's content, because culture now runs at the speed of your feed. Our internet was made to flex, to fit your online world. So if you're ready for an internet provider that finally feels like home, swing on by. We'll keep the door open. Oxio, born to be online.
YourTV.tv is our online home. Find videos, our broadcast schedule, community events, and how you can get involved in your local channel. Visit yourtv.tv. We are truly local.
Welcome back to the Connor McDavid OHL Top Prospects game on Cogeco's Your TV. Joined by Caleb Malhotra now at ice level. 2-2 this game. It's great competition. Does it feel much different than an OHL regular season game, or is it more similar to a playoff game?
It's pretty much like a playoff game. It's a lot more physical. There's a lot of skill guys out here too, so it's not all crash and bang. There's guys that can make plays, so you gotta be aware at all times.
Now, the interesting thing here is thinking about the OHL's East Division. You're in the Peterborough Pete's room, obviously a rival. You're playing with Adam Levac and Adam Novotny. Just tell me about how you get over that line and you become teammates with guys who you compete against all the time.
Yeah, it's a bit weird at first. We don't really like those guys in the regular season, but then once you kind of start to know them and you're kind of bonding as a team a little bit, you realize you just want to win in the game, so it's pretty easy to come together.
On your hockey calendar, there's so much happening. When you get these events, how do you refocus and get set to play?
I just consider it another game, take one step at a time. One big thing for me is setting different goals each shift, even just to make sure I don't think too much about the big picture, and I just I'm able to play my game.
Thinking of all the media, the autographs, everything you have to sign as well, that's preparing you for the next level, but getting used to that. What's that like for an OHL guy? How much does it make you realize the impact you have on fans?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a bit weird to start, but then you get used to it. You see how happy the kids are when you get to sign something. You come off from warm-ups, you sign something, or after a game or whatever. So when you can make an impact like that on a little kid or even just somebody that's a fan of the game, it's a big deal.
Is everybody avoiding the Pete's logo at the center of the room?
For the most part, I'm making sure to not step on it. Even though we're not friends, I'm not going to disrespect the logo.
Plenty of respect there. Now, you got a big third period coming up next year. What are you seeing from this Western Conference team that you want to take advantage of and take this win?
Well, we're being very aggressive with them, and we're forcing them to make a lot of turnovers. So when we make those turnovers, we got to capitalize on their mistakes. So when we do that, we're gonna be able to come out with this game.
One last thing, what's the message been from Rob Wilson throughout the game?
The most important thing's at work, and there's a lot of NHL scouts here, and there's a lot of guys that can make skill plays, but they really want to see them compete. So that's the biggest thing for him.
All right, Caleb, thanks for your time.
Thank you very much.
Caleb Malhotra of Team East. Stick around. Coming up next, we've got a live OHL roundtable with Terry Doyle and Tim Cunningham. That's coming up next on the OHL Tonight.
The Ontario Hockey League, more than just a game.
Schaefer sprung loose and he scored!
On the ice, the OHL is the #1 provider of talent to the National Hockey League, developing the game's next stars. Off the ice, giving back matters. Since 2010, OHL teams have invested over $41 million in scholarships and raised nearly $8 million annually for charities in minor hockey, shaping futures beyond the rink. Excellence on the ice, opportunity beyond it. The Ontario Hockey League, where the journey begins.
My OHL is a home away from home. I remember how cool it was to go to school and brag to my friends how I had a OHL player, National General, living with me, and 7-8 years later, I just knew right away that that was going to be a place that I was going to feel comfortable, and they really opened their home to me and took me in, and they really treated me like another son.
The Ontario Hockey League, more than just a game.
Schaefer sprung loose and he scored!
On the ice, the OHL is the #1 provider of talent to the National Hockey League, developing the game's next stars. Off the ice, giving back matters. Since 2010, OHL teams have invested over $41 million in scholarships and raised nearly $8 million annually for charities in minor hockey, shaping futures beyond the rink. Excellence on the ice, opportunity beyond it. The Ontario Hockey League, where the journey begins.
What makes Cogeco so different?
11,000 kilometers of fiber optic cable.
Lip stitch is so easy. Just loop it around.
And we're right around the corner for you.
So I get to talk to someone who gets me.
And we're talking 100% local support on a world-class network. That's how we roll.
Cogeco, your local connection.
Watch your TV on the go. Cogeco customers can now enjoy local programming online. Simply log into your Cogeco account on cogeco.ca. Click on Your TV and start streaming. Your TV is truly local, exclusively on Cogeco.
To pick out, to really rank players, but there are a few that have stood out to me. In Dan's interview with Caleb Maholcher, to me, he's really stood out for the East. And in the West, Chase Reed, to me, he's a man playing with boys. It's just his ability is unbelievable.
Well, and there are two players that were certainly rated very high by NHL Central Scouting, and they've lived up to the billing. And I know, as Dan was talking to Caleb Maholtra, that chemistry he's built up right away with Adam Novotny as well there, and it just shows the skill of these players. They play against each other. They had one practice yesterday. They had a morning skate. Some of these guys, we saw that last goal set up by the West as well. They look like they played together for months.
Well, it just speaks to their skill level. And you bring up Adam Novotny. He's the other player on my list that's really stood out tonight. And a hometown kid, or Peterborough Pete kid that scores a goal. And you're right. They're just the chemistry is just seamless with these guys, and the pace is unbelievable. It's 8:30. We're two periods into a game.
It's been very interesting, I thought, to watch out of the Western Conference as well. That line with Ethan Belchez of the Windsor Spitfires. We see Alex Frohl up there coming over from the Flint Firebirds, and then centered with Alessandro Diorio. Once again, too, you get two guys that can play the power forward. You got Diorio in the middle. They seem to carry the play there in the offensive zone in that second period for a stretch. And once again, three guys from the West Division. That's their only connection. A little bit of Hockey Canada stuff there with Belchez and Diorio, but overall, just seeing those guys and the way they can show off the skill, it can be a bit of a goaltender nightmare, but then Ryder Fedorov comes in and says, no, I can stop these guys even coming in cold.
Well, Fedorov in that second goal, I don't think he saw the shooter coming down, but you're talking about Ethan Belchez, and he's a kid that hit the ground running when he came into the league, and somebody that is really growing into his body. His game has changed. He's lost some weight over last summer and into this year. He's really become a physical specimen, and somebody that every time I see him, there's something different in his game. He adds something. He's just an incredible talent.
And I know, talking to Belchez, he said, hey, I came into the OHL as the #1 overall pick. That lasted about a day. After that, I'm competing for spots against 15th round picks and everybody else. So it's been quite interesting to see. This game, it's the second annual. We'll go to Owen Sound next year for the third annual Top Prospects game. But I think it's going to be very interesting with the change with the rules and south of the border. So many players are saying, hey, my 16 and 17-year-old year, I'm coming to the Ontario Hockey League. And I think that's going to make this game even more interesting as we go forward, with so many players deciding the OHL is going to be their initial route for their development towards the NHL Draft.
Well, absolutely, and you're absolutely right. And the NCAA is now in part of the picture, and certainly with the older players. But it speaks to itself for the OHL. 80 players on the top 200 list for NHL Central Scouting are from the OHL. So this is still the best development league in the world if you want to go on to that next step and play in the NHL. I coach university hockey for 11 years, so education #1, and it's very important. But if your priority is to become an NHL hockey player, the Ontario Hockey League, the Canadian Hockey League is the best way to do it, and you can still combine education, because U Sports is still one of the best hockey leagues we've got in North America.
We talk about the players in the game, but there are people behind the scenes in the game that are involved in an anniversary of sorts in this one. 1996 was the first CHL Top Prospects game. It was played at Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto. Two of the people involved are in this game tonight. Dan Liebold, who's the head trainer and equipment manager for the Kitchener Rangers, and Brian Miller on the left there, the head trainer and equipment manager for the Peterborough Petes. He was with the Guelph Storm back in 1996. Those are the jackets they wore for that game back in 96. Tim, we see these guys, Miller, Liebold, every team has them, those unsung heroes behind the scenes that make junior hockey what it is.
Well, it's not just junior hockey, it's every level. These guys, a team doesn't run without guys like this. I mean, people don't realize the work that they do behind the scenes, and it's the laundry, it's the hours that they put in, the skate sharpening, and it's not just that. these guys become, they help a coaching staff because they become a conduit for players to use, and they advise players. They become like almost at times like a second parent, and especially at this level. So you don't run a team without guys like this, and from a coaching staff, they take a lot of pressure off a coaching staff because they look after so many details, right down to helping plan travel and meals on the road. There's a lot more that goes into their work than people realize.
The unsung heroes, and certainly in a city like here like Peterborough, so many of them like that. This is the second annual Connor McDavid OHL Top Prospects game. Last year in Brantford, this year in Peterborough, next year in Owen Sound. There's a theme, those real heritage OHL markets. Brantford has a long history in the OHL, of course, back in the league. A great job here by the folks in Peterborough with this year's event, and certainly a lot to live up to in Owen Sound next year, but certainly a lot of success. For Tim Cunningham, I'm Terry Doyle. Thanks a whole lot for joining us for the in-arena edition live here on the OHL Roundtable. Third period coming up next as you're watching the Connor McDavid OHL Top Prospects game live on the OHL tonight on your TV.
The Ontario Hockey League, more than just a game.
Schaefer sprung loose and he scored!
On the ice, the OHL is the #1 provider of talent to the National Hockey League, developing the game's next stars. Off the ice, giving back matters. Since 2010, OHL teams have invested over $41 million in scholarships and raised nearly $8 million annually for charities in minor hockey, shaping futures beyond the rink. Excellence on the ice, opportunity beyond it. The Ontario Hockey League, where the journey begins.
Welcome to Oxio, the place where the internet truly gets you. Like how sometimes you just have to search down every rabbit hole. That you want to stream your shows, not pesky loading symbols. Or scroll to your heart's content, because culture now runs at the speed of your feed. Our internet was made to flex, to fit your online world. So if you're ready for an internet provider that finally feels like home, swing on by. We'll keep the door open. Oxio, born to be online.
Watch your TV on the go. Cogeco customers can now enjoy local programming online. Simply log into your Cogeco account on cogeco.ca. Click on Your TV and start streaming. Your TV is truly local, exclusively on Cogeco.
My OHL is a place to talk. So Talk Today has a number of elements. First and foremost, we support the players. We provide mental health and awareness training and suicide prevention training to them. And we have a coach that's in every one of our branches that supports an OHL team. And in years to come, these individuals that are playing in the OHL now will be great mental health champions.
Adam Novotny with a shot late there, but he was stopped that time, but not earlier, Scott, as he gave the East their first lead of the night.
Yeah, and that line we talked about watching them yesterday at practice. You knew they were going to connect at some point, and there they were, Novotny, when it looked like he was running out of room. A nice pass from Levac, Malhotra getting that one started, and Nikita Klepov, who I thought has had a spectacular game. First period, he was noticeable, but second period, he was all over the place, stood out every shift he was out there, and he gets the goal for the West to tie it up.
Super dangerous, and whenever he has the puck on his stick, he's got a chance to score. So he's impressing NHL scouts and personnel here tonight, no question about that. Any other players standing out for you in particular? I know Henderson you like going into the game. He's had some chances here for East.
Rowan Henderson's been great. I thought the goaltending, we haven't seen too much of these guys yet. They just came in, but Minchak wasn't tested a lot, and then all of a sudden the West started applying the pressure. But Jovanovski, I thought, made some spectacular saves. He was very impressive. I wasn't here Saturday, so I wasn't able to see him in there. I heard great things, so to see him in person here and some of the saves that he's making, he's been really impressive. Callie's been really impressive as well. It's just been one of those games where each shift, you're noticing other guys, and it's not just with the puck. You're watching guys, what they do without the puck, behind the play, especially the defensemen, guys that we might not say their names a lot. Like a guy like Chase Reed's just quietly back there doing his business, and it's a wonder. It's no wonder why he's rated 5th overall. He's just one of those guys who's got great vision, perfect positioning every time he's out there, and it's stuff you might not pick up on TV because he's behind the play, but he's set up perfectly. He's cutting off guys. He's making sure guys aren't getting towards the net, and when he's on that blue line, he's always moving back and forth, waiting just in case there's an intercepted pass or for a pass himself, and I've been really impressed with Chase Reed.
Yeah, and he may go up. There's not a lot of spots to climb there. He's right there already, as you say, in the top 5, but depending on an NHL team's needs, looking for a defenseman like that, they're hard to come by, so he may jump up a couple spots. We'll see what he has here. He's starting on the blue line here for Team West. They're tied with Team East. It's 2-2 as we get all set and ready to go for third period action here of the Connor McDavid OHL Top Prospects game here in Peterborough, Ontario. It's been a great couple days, and it's all wrapping up here with this third period, and maybe, who knows, a little OT. We'll wait and see. East in blue, West in white, as the East will make their way down to the south end of the Peterborough Memorial Center. One of the oldest buildings in the Ontario Hockey League, as the puck will be played here, and so many great players have played here over the years. Went on to the National Hockey League, and future players as well. As we see tonight, a great move out in front. East looking to cash in early. Here's Novotny turning, firing, and a save by Shergan. He hangs on. They'll face it off to his left, but a great chance to make it a 3-2 game there.
You mentioned, I know we still have a period, but you mentioned overtime, last year's game, which was the inaugural game for the Connor McDavid OHL Top Prospects. As we take a look at that last sequence, last year's game in Brantford went into overtime, 5-4 win for the East. Peterborough native Porter Martone with the game-winning goal.
Yes, indeed. So, yeah, another great connection there, and then went on to be drafted by the Philadelphia Flyers.
Lighting it up at Michigan State right now.
Having a good year for sure. Captain Team Canada. As the puck is played here in by the West. Lachon back to play it from the Oshawa Generals. He'll get it to Henderson. And Henderson over here to Murnane. Little drop pass, and Murnane will snap it ahead up to the blue line for Henderson. As Team East looks to get it in deep, but the West doing their best to push it out. Barbanoff, who scored a beauty goal back in the first to open the scoring. Now the puck taken here by Pierce. Bowie gets it to the right side, moved in, sent right back out, and it comes over to the near side where Jacob Zhu will take it. Zhu snaps it over to the far boards, and West will start from here. Zhu gets it back. Good pass up over center for Bowie. Bowie looks to his right, finds an open man out in the slot, back to the left point. And a shot there by Ambrosio. Goes around the far boards all the way back to the right point for Singh. Rylan Singh from the Guelph Storm. In for Bowie. Bowie to the right point. Ambrosio sends it in. Lucas Ambrosio representing the Erie Otters. Here's a backhand attempt, maybe, and a penalty coming up, and we're going to see the West go on the power play here. As the delayed play continues. Klepoff looking for it. There's a pass, shot coming, they score! Singh comes in, snaps it in, and it's a 3-2 Team West lead.
Nikita Klapov is the reason why that play stayed alive. He had defenders all over him. Good patience. He's right out at the blue line, keeps it inside the zone, takes off down a lane, and then a no-look pass over to Singh, who's having a great game himself for the finish. And Klepov, we saw that last period, the other side from Waslin, lifting the leg, faking that shot, and Klepov does the same thing. When you lift that leg up and you're looking right towards the net, the goalie thinks you're shooting every time.
West coming in, looking for more. Fitzgerald snaps one. That goes off the end glass. Ambrosio at the left point, keeping it into Singh. And Singh has given Team West the lead. Fitzgerald keeping it in deep. His brother played in the U16 prospects portion of this sort of festivity, Scotty, and had a goal and assist yesterday, I know for sure.
Played very well.
Top player. Yeah, I know he was injured a little bit, sick before Christmas, but getting back in the groove. But
yeah, Evan Fitzgerald,
keep an eye out for that name.
Yeah, he was on the same time that Colin was practicing with Team West, so the whole family was there. They're just kind of going back from pad to pad at the Miskin.
Here comes East looking to tie up the game as they move it over. It's going to be Novotny. Novotny, the captain here for Team East. As Steve Dangle looks on from behind the glass, doing the in-host announcing tonight from the Dangle podcast. Good as Steve dropped into the booth earlier. Here's a chance, shot right on goal. That is stopped there by Fedorov.
Yeah, Steve Dangle, he's been here the last couple days with his podcast. There's been a lot of people here.
I think Troy's going to get him on camera. Well, there he is. Good shot, Troy. Yeah, he said he was here just March of 2020.
There's Hannah, the regular host, so she's following him around, making sure that he's up to par. He says he hasn't done this since the Steelheads in 2012. He used to be their in-game host.
That's right. Here comes Adam Levac with Novotny. The two Adams. Levac tries to push it through, and it's swiped away. Yeah, he spent some time down there. Here's a chance at perhaps a penalty shot coming up. We'll see what the call's going to be, but Cover was hauled down. A good chance. Here's Cover with the puck. Bounces back up, drops it back, comes across. They scored the last time they were on a delayed penalty. The Oriole walks right in, fires one wide. And the East unable to touch it as the defenseman has lost his stick, so he couldn't play it. And the puck is cleared. The empty net has back to play. It is Bilecki.
West is going to make a line change on this, too.
You don't see that too often. A line change on a delayed call. Here's Zoo through the middle, up and over the line. Waslin comes in. He stops. Plays it along the boards. Back to Waslin again, just inside the blue line. And he'll drop the puck here. Eventually, Henderson gets it to the line, and the play is whistled down. Tripping is the call.
And Team East was lucky they didn't get another one. They were playing with 6 guys there for a little bit. Amidovsky ended up going off to the bench before the referee was able to see it. There's the call that did get noticed by the referee.
I wouldn't have minded a penalty shot there, just for fun, for the entertainment value, but a power play is good too. They'll face it off to the left here. Fedorov, and it's won by West. They'll control it. Reed here at the left point. Moves it in. They'll get it here for Kostov. Far circle. Belchez, Reed goes off his skate, and East will get it down the ice. Jurgen at the goal, pushes it up to Reed. And here comes the West on the power play. Leading it already 3-2. Looking for more here with some speed over the line. They'll set it up. Across. Belchez shoots. That was blocked. Getting in front of that one was Murnane. Kept in at the left point here by Diorio, the captain, coming in from the Sarnia Sting. Comes off the boards. Drops it. As he'll get it here to Kostov. Ends up going off the far board, slopped around there, but it'll be Kostov to protect it and keep it in. He'll get the puck here for Belchez. Ethan Belchez from the Windsor Spitfires. Reed is open. He cuts through. Pass doesn't come his way. Comes back here. Wasselin with the shot. Blocked again by Murnay. Taking a few for the team on this penalty kill. Over to the right side. It'll be played here by Wasselin. Lots of puck movement, lots of touches here. Reed has it now. Drops it over, gets it right back. They were trying to set up the one-timer. Does a nice job to get away from Cowley. Across and a save by Fedorov. The one-timer, Belchez with a good look there. 3-2 still, West out in front.
Some good opportunities from the West. We were talking about Chase Reed in that intermission. He was involved in a few of the offensive plays. That one, able to keep it in. He had a big rush just before and a long shift.
Draw one cleanly, back to the point. Over to here to the near side. Shot coming, and that got blocked. And the West get it back, though, as they enjoy the power play. Colin Fitzgerald shooting up high. And Ryder Fedorov with the save. All the way down the ice it goes. Only 7 seconds left in the penalty. Reisnecker is in the box for tripping. And Dave Post, longtime off-ice official here in Peterborough, lets him out of the penalty box. Here's the West dropping out in the slot. Bowie drops it either further for Zoo. His shot goes off his stick. Up and out of play. 13:06 to go in the third. The West leading the East 3-2. We're back. It's the Connor McDavid OHL Top Prospects game.
Tavares keeps it going, and it's John Tavares behind the net. Coming out in front. John Tavares!
Every Thursday night, catch the stars of the Ontario Hockey League right here on your TV. It's the OHL Game of the Week with action from across the league. Thursdays at 7. Your TV, only on Cogeco.
Big shout out to our friends at Mr. Sub here in Peterborough. Yours since 68, long-time supporters of the Peterborough Pete's here locally, and they feed a lot of the OHL teams as well when they come through, when they're on road trips and such. They take good care of all the crews, and especially our crew for sure, every single game night here in Peterborough. So shout out to them.
Look at the old Grays. Now, I don't know if this is true. You were talking about GMs and scouts and everybody here. I was down in the urinal. You know me, that's where I get all my scoops from, down at the urinal in the intermission there. And someone said that they saw Steve Yzerman, former Pete, now with the Red Wings, up in the old Grays, just kind of walking across. And I said, are you sure it wasn't his banner that's hanging across from us there? And they said, no, that's the real Steve Yzerman, apparently here.
Well, sounds about right. I mean,
good sources in the washroom.
Backdoor feed. Yeah, there's never too many bad scoops in there for sure. As the puck is played just inside the blue line. Little drop pass. Yzerman played here from 81 to 83. One of the many banners up here at the Memorial Center. Others include the likes of Larry Murphy, Jamie Langenbrunner, Scotty Bowman, Bob Gainey, Coley Campbell, Roger Nielsen. List goes on and on. But Yzerman, ironically enough, was not here for his banner raising. He's been busy for the last 40 years. Haven't been able to get him here. But yeah, that'd be cool if he was here tonight. Where he lived was just around the corner as we get a loose puck out in front, and a shot goes up in the air, and where is it? We lost sight of it there. Everyone did for a second. But one of the greatest Pete's for sure, Stevie Y.
Puck hit the edge of the glass right at the end, barely out. And you saw Robrook and Wasselin sharing a smile.
Should have mentioned Chris Pronger amongst those as well.
Yes. Most recent was Langenbrunner?
Yeah. I think so, and I think there's a case for some other ones to go up here in Peterborough. Maybe the Stahl brothers at some point.
Well, you're advocating Mike Ricci.
I am, yes. I think he should.
Which is a great choice.
I think he should be up there at some point. As the puck played here right now, it's 3-2. Team West leading Team East here at the Peterborough Memorial Center. Colin Fitzgerald, the Otonabee, Ontario native, growing up just 15 minutes here from the Peterborough Memorial Center. He'll actually stay at his parents' house tonight and then head to Sarnia tomorrow, where the Greyhounds play the Sting. Kyle Raftis, the GM of the Sioux Greyhounds, actually is a Peterborough resident as well. Here's Novotny. Novotny going wide, goes off the stick into the near corner. In behind the goal, and the West will pick it up in the corner where it's played there by Singh, who has the go-ahead goal at this point in the hockey game. Borowski gets it in over the line, but he's got about 4 blue jerseys on him. And the East will get it out here right in front of their own bench, as assistant coach Patrick O'Connor had to dodge a stick coming his way there on the bench. And all the Peterborough crew behind Team East here as the puck is sent in, and back to get it here is going to be Team East off the boards, and Adam Levac will play it. Levac up to Novotny. Novotny over the blue line, pinched into the boards. A solid check there by Bilecki of the Kitchener Rangers. The Rangers are all in for a big run, Scott, going down the stretch drive. They've loaded up, and of course their crew is running things on the far side here tonight.
Yes, they're going to be dangerous. Lots of teams. It's so competitive at the top of the standings this year in the East and the West.
Here comes the West right now, up and over the line. Shot right on goal, taken there by Edwards. Solid shot, but no worries for Fedorov. Made the save. East up the other way. Stolen though, and here comes the West up the other way, inside the Peterborough zone. Gallagher. He'll get it in. He was just here the other night as well as a member of the Guelph Storm. And here come the East, coming out of their own zone. Down a goal with 9:34 to go here in the third. Shots are so tight, 27 apiece. Tied here. But the West with one extra out in front. Nice pass, backhand shot. Oh, what a save. Shurigan takes it away with one of his best stops so far in this hockey game.
An incredible stop as the pass into Cali, somehow able to control that, get the backhander off, and there's a look at some of those banners that hang just across from us. Stevie Yzerman, if he is here, his banner would be right in front of almost where he's sitting, if he is up there.
Well, I don't
know why you'd be sitting up there, though.
Well, that's
great seats up there.
That's where a lot of scouts for years here in this rink just sat up above so they could see the ice from high above. Shot that is stopped by Fedorov. But yeah, the kind of the who's who for sure of the NHL is here. Good to see our buddy Jeff Crisp, who scouts for Seattle, here tonight. Crispy used to work for the Peterborough Petes.
Yeah. Spent a few nights at Woody Hooks with him when he was in town back in the day.
Oh, no doubt. As the puck is played here in Sioux. Now, here comes a chance. Team East with a shot right on goal. Salandra stays with it. He has it all the way back into the high slot. A wrister coming. Loose puck out in front. Kalarica's looking for it, and it bounces off a knee, but wide. And now big hit in behind the goal, and the fans applauding there. The big collision behind that net. I think it was Salandra that delivered that one. As the puck comes out and back to get it is going to be Andre Rumo. He's going to take his time. Gets it over here to the right side. Moved up a little further. 8:03 to go. Here comes Bowie. Bowie over the blue line. Drops it. And it comes back, and it's Singh again. Singh, who has the go-ahead goal, the game winner at this particular point in the hockey game. Hands are in the far corner for East. Getting it ahead. As Rogowski. He was looking to chip it in. The big Rogowski from the Oshawa Generals. Back to the point, to the left side. And it's going to be taken there and played by Ambrosio. Ends up in the far corner. In to play it, Klepov, who's all of a sudden got himself a pretty good hockey game going here tonight. In behind the goal, comes back, it's Singh moving in, backdoor feed, and he's just getting a stick on that. As Klepov was wide open here on the near side. Some great moves here by Klepov. Eventually loses an edge, and the puck will be taken at the blue line, and Brogio keeps it in. And the puck will be taken here by Bowie. Intercepted by Team East. Here they come, needing a goal to tie things up. They're over the line. Rogowski went to get it across. Back getting a stick on it was Bolecki. And cleared down the ice here by the West. That will mean they will take advantage and make a line change here. Get some fresh legs out here with 6:40 left. And
here
we have
go.
a scrap. We got Arnold Levac dropping the mids here. It was Zorowski. We got a tilt. They're going to go at it at the blue line. Levac and Cole Rosowski. Rosowski, Levac. Levac comes in. Rosowski with the right. Levac lands the right. Helmets are still on as Levac tries to land a couple. He does. He gets a couple rights in, and they fall to the ice. A spirited bout. Levac. Rosowski from the old sound attack. That kind of came out of nowhere, Scott. I don't know if you saw what led to that, but
yeah, they exchanged some words and then just decided to square up. Linesman almost jumped in for a second. I didn't think it would happen. And here you see they talk, they shake their gloves. Linesman comes in, and I thought, oh, there's the end of that. And then Levac shakes him off. Two good guys going at it, both landing some nice shots. Levac with a bit of that Ty Domi style. He was hanging the head back, waiting for the opportunity, coming across with that right hand. And then they go down. Luckily, Levac's head doesn't hit the ice as he went down. Levac just under 6 feet, 172 pounds. Zorowski 6 feet, 193 pounds. And the fans love that one.
yeah, they didn't seem to mind it. Draw one by Fitzgerald as they faced it off at center. Just over 6.5 to go. It's a 3-2 Team West lead here. Team East, the home team, trying to mount a comeback here. Malhotra drops it. Wasland will take it away. Sends it down the right wing for Klepov. Now East will get it right on goal, and Jurgen hangs on to it. Covers it up, gets the whistle. Certainly got the building moving a little bit here, and crowd into that one. We'll see if it leads to something for Team East.
Yeah, Levac trying to throw a little spark out for his team, trailing by one with 6:16 left to go.
Pair of 27s to face it off. Malhotra against Colin Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald against Malhotra. Malhotra wins it, sends it back to the left point. Shot coming, got redirected, went off his stick. It's going to be kept in here, and Team East will take it in behind the goal. Solantra going for a skate all the way around, turns, shoots, loose puck ends up in the far corner. Malhotra will play it, shovels it back, and Joe Solantra's there. Shot right on net. Jurgen hangs on. And we have some words here. Novotny now having a few words in there. The captain from Team East, as we'll take a break. East needs one to tie it up. We'll be back after this.
If it happens on the ice, it happens on your TV. The crew, the calls, the cameras, and the cables, we're the ones bringing you the action at home. We are the OHL tonight. We are your TV, and the OHL lives here.
Watch your TV on the go. Cogeco customers can now enjoy local programming online. Simply log into your Cogeco account on cogeco.ca. Click on your TV and start streaming. Your TV is truly local, exclusively on Cogeco.
Well, Hockey Day in the OHL is coming up on a Sunday, February 1st. What a way to start the new month, coming up at 1 o'clock right here on your TV. It's going to be lots of hockey, lots of action from around the Ontario Hockey League. So looking forward to that. As always, the tradition continues.
Pete's in Kingston kicking things off.
In Kingston, I'm assuming?
You'll have to see. You might have the call. No, it's in Kingston. There's a look at Gallagher. A late substitution. Came in for an injury. Brooklyn, Ontario native.
Yeah. His friends and family didn't have far to come, for sure. East winning the draw. as they need one here. Shot coming when there was traffic out in front, but ends up going off a body, and it's going to be kept in here by Justin Hanser. Right on goal. Shurigan hangs on, makes the save. Not too difficult of a save. Good positioning there as we'd look at Cali, who had one earlier tonight.
A nice goal as the East pressing, and they just announced the attendance, Pete.
Not bad.
You were close.
Yeah, I said
you were off by 100. I think you said 38, didn't you?
38, yeah.
It's 36.97.
Yeah, well, I think a few snuck in. There's 38 in the building, I'm saying. But yeah, that's a nice crowd. Congratulations to the OHL, the host Peterborough Petes, everyone involved in the last couple of days. It's just been fantastic, and Owen Sound will get to enjoy it next year. Here come the West, looking for some insurance. They score! They make it 4-2. As Lane Gallagher from the Guelph Storm adds a little insurance for the West.
Well, he heard us talking about him, so he thought, I better find the back of the net. A nice hop in front, and the West goes up by 2. And it starts just inside the blue line, and then Gallagher trying to dish it over. It goes off a body in front. They'll take it any way they can. 4-2 West lead, 5:18 left to go.
Yeah, you get the puck towards the net, and good things can happen. And gets a bounce, and it's a 4-2 hockey game. So the West scoring 2-1 answered here. We'll see if the East can come back with 5 minutes to go. Belchez over the line looking to split the D, and following up on the play, coming in, trying to get it back to him was Diorio. And here comes the West, making his way in, Alex Kostov. Takes a bit of a bump, leaves it along the boards. Diorio, Zoo across, one-timer, that is fired wide. Belchez has it. Belchez gets it down low for Diorio. In behind the goal. East will take it. He'll send it down the middle. Kolarek chips it up. Little one-on-one. Turning, shooting, and a blocker save by Shurigan. What a nice little move there. Team East needing to get one here sooner than later to close the gap. Jacob Zoo from the London Knights. Sets a little pick, and he's going to get caught. A little bit too aggressive. Interference will be the call, and almost a must-score power play coming up here, Scott, for Team East.
Yeah, and Zoo had the right idea. He was just trying to get in the way and obstruct the path, but he ended up taking the body out, and Joe Salandra went down. Referee was right there to make the call. You see Salandra coming through, and instead of just kind of skating in his path and making Salandra go the other way, he stopped and set up a block. Little lacrosse pick.
Yeah. Draw to the right here. Stefan Shurigan, and he'll be tested, I'm sure, here as East will pull out all stops here to try and close the gap. They win the faceoff. Comes here to the near circle. It's going to be played there by Vandenberg. Along the boards here. Vandenberg back to the point. Reisnecker to the left side. Snapshot. Just missing. East coming close there. And they'll play it back to the point. Reisnecker to the left side. Rober moves it in a little further. He's still in control of it here. They'll move it along the boards. Vandenberg coming in, looking, backdoor feed. Oh, they had a chance there. Rogowski was wide open, just couldn't get it to him.
He was all wound up. Had that gone through, he would have ripped it home.
So 3:20 now left in the East, needing one to get to within one. Here they come. Here comes Novotny, the captain. Stopped, puck taken away. Klep off with it. Sends it back to his own zone. It's wristed down the ice as East making some changes. Back to play it here. Vladimir Dravetsky from the Brantford Bulldogs. Brantford well represented here tonight. As the puck played here, Malhotra, speaking of Bulldogs, in the corner. And it's played here. Malhotra turns, looks, drops it, back to the point. Dravetsky just inside the blue line on the power play. Here to Novotny. Novotny fires, he scores! What a rocket Adam Novotny, his second of the night, and the East are within one. It's a 4-3 hockey game with 2:35 to go here in regulation time. What a shot.
The captain with his second goal. I was standing right near him during the East practice, and he stood there taking shot after shot from that exact same spot, and the puck always went into the same portion of the net. And this went on for 5 straight minutes. They just kept feeding him puck after puck, and it pays off in the game.
So that gets the East within one. They cash in. Here they come, looking for more. Buckle up. This should be a great final 2.5 minutes here at the OHL Top Prospects game in Peterborough. As East, they have it in the slot. Henderson shoots. That goes high. Ends up here in the near corner. Back to the point. Quick shot. Not much on that, but it comes out in towards the slot for Amidowski. Now the Brampton Steelheads, and now back forward here. Trevetsky behind his own goal. Got to be careful here. He's got Gallagher all on him. Gets away from him. And Trevetsky will start out. Moves it inside. Offside indicated by one linesman, waved off by the other. And the puck will be played off the glass and out. Comes back to the blue line. Reisnecker. He's got it. Member of the Niagara Ice Dogs getting it in deep. They're here in Peterborough on Saturday nights. So he'll leave and then come back as the West coming in looking for another insurance marker. Only up by 1 right now. Puck played far circle to the near side and chipped in a little deeper. Rumel's there. Remember, the Ottawa 67s will get it ahead, and here comes Team East. 1:15 to go. A good look here. Shot coming. Oh, it hit the crossbar. East coming so close. The net is empty. East with the extra attacker. Rogowski centers it, and a chance. Kolarek. Oh, my goodness. What a chance. Denied by Shurigan.
That was close with 1:05 left to go. Looking for that top shelf. Lots of pressure right now for the East, and Novotny coming across, trying for the hat-trick goal, and the East will call a timeout. Kale Malhotra signals to the referee, and Andrew Werner will be drawing up the play. And Pete, earlier in the period, teasing the Malhotra interview, you said famous uncle. And I don't know if you ever got back to that story.
Oh, they didn't get to it in the interview? Okay. It is Steve Nash.
Not a bad bloodline there.
I'd probably say the greatest Canadian basketball player ever, would you say? I would think so.
That is Kale Malhotra's uncle. His mom, she played some soccer at the University of Victoria. And his dad, Manny, of course, NHL star in his day.
Pretty good face-off guy.
Yeah, great face-off guy. Here's how we got here, though. This is all the goals that led up to this final minute 5. Goaltender on the bench for the extra attacker. Levac out of the box. He's down for the draw.
Here we go. And East eventually winning it. Rumel drops it over here. Trevetsky. Now Trevetsky again hanging on to it. Moves it over to Malhotra. Gets away from a check. And the feed for Rumel, who had snuck in from the point. Just misconnecting with him. But East will keep it in deep. Levac is in there. And East will work it back to the point. As Trevetsky with it. Ends up in the far corner. Net empty. East with the extra attacker on the backhand to the forehand. Malhotra, what a pass. A chance down low for Levac. Rumel, now Novotny comes in. He's got 2 already. Levac has the puck here. Adam Levac to the point. And Robrook with a shot deflected at the side of the goal. West finally taking it, a shot towards the empty goal. That is going to go wide. Icing's waved off. Sharp angle shot. That is stopped by Robrook. 10 seconds. It's now or never for the East. Novotny at center. Trevetsky over the line. Rogowski's there. Levac is there. A second to go. They got to get a shot away. They will not. Team West will hang on for a thrilling 4-3 victory over Team East here in the second annual Connor McDavid OHL Top Prospects game. And they will celebrate down here the victory which went right down to the wire. He couldn't ask for much more than that. When it comes right down to the final seconds, you know, you've had yourself a pretty good hockey game. We'll wrap things up here. Post-game show coming up. West over the East, 4-3. We're back to Peterborough after this.
The Ontario Hockey League, more than just a game.
Schaefer sprung loose and he scored!
On the ice, the OHL is the #1 provider of talent to the National Hockey League, developing the game's next stars. Off the ice, giving back matters. Since 2010, OHL teams have invested over $41 million in scholarships and raised nearly $8 million annually for charities in minor hockey, shaping futures beyond the rink. Excellence on the ice, opportunity beyond it. The Ontario Hockey League, where the journey begins.
YourTV.tv is our online home. Find videos, our broadcast schedule, community events, and how you can get involved in your local channel. Visit YourTV.tv. We are truly local. We are Your TV, home of Hockey Day in the OHL. Your TV, exclusively on Cogeco.
Tavares keeps it going, and it's John Tavares behind the net. Coming out in front. John Tavares! They finally
Hi, my name is Matt Ferraro.
And I'm Kurt Jory.
We're both former goaltenders, and although we didn't learn how to stop enough pucks, we each learned valuable lessons along the way.
Although we can't predict what will happen throughout your career, we can minimize some of the major financial risks through thoughtful planning.
Team West wins over Team East 4-3. We're going to join PA announcer Gord Gibb for the presentations of the players of the game and the award ceremony here tonight.
From Team East, number 16, Adam Novotny. Your player of the game for Team East this evening. Congratulations. And now the player of the game from Team West, number 98, Nikita Klepov. Your player of the game from the winning team this evening. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask both winning players to join in to receive And now we ask both the winning players to join in to receive the Connor McDavid 97 Award. All right, fans, again, we're asking both winning players to join in to receive the Connor McDavid 97 award at this time. And now both teams are getting together for a group picture to commemorate and recognize all the participants in this historic event hosted tonight at the Peterborough Memorial.
All right, love that shot there. The two teams getting together after battling against each other here in a hard-fought game, Scott, where the West ends up winning it. But as we say, went right down to the wire. You couldn't ask for much more there.
Yeah, tying up the series. Last year was the inaugural game, so tied at 1 apiece, and then off to Owen Sound next year for the third annual, I guess it'll be, because they're going to make it every year now. So I think it's a good idea, and yeah, you want the win, even though it doesn't count in the standings. All these guys were playing hard tonight.
Sure, absolutely, and some didn't necessarily play harder, but maybe a little better. Had good nights, let's put it that way. Let's take a look at the 3 stars. What do you got here for us?
Yeah, we've got Ryland Singh had a goal and an assist. 3rd star, Adam Novotny was the 2nd star with 2 goals. He had 7 shots on net as well. And then Nikita Klepov, 3 points, and was also +3. He had himself a game. He's good enough for top star in this one.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great shot right there. The two teams, shaking hands and getting together for a little celebration, I suppose, more for the West than the East, but they'll move on in games tomorrow night. I mean, there's no messing around here. There's action tomorrow night. The Pizza back in action. They won't have their regular Thursday game, but Friday, Brantford.
Yeah, overall, though, a good night, a good week, and looking forward to some more action around the Ontario Hockey League. Both of these teams, you said quick turnaround, so some of these guys right back to their home centers and right back at it.
I need some Ricola.
Oh, geez, we got a whole case of it. We'll shut things down, though, on behalf of Pete Dalladay, Dan Malta, the entire crew who is here joining us. I'm Scott Arnold. Thanks for watching the Connor McDavid OHL Top Prospects game.
If it happens on the ice, it happens on your TV. The crew, the calls, the cameras, and the cables, we're the ones bringing you the action at home. We are the OHL Tonight, We are your TV, and the OHL lives here.
Watch your TV on the go. Cogeco customers can now enjoy local programming online. Simply log into your Cogeco account on cogeco.ca.